Exceptional service, bestwindowsflorida.com. That's bestwindowsflorida.com. License number CGC 1527613.
Eligibility and results may vary. A beautiful, confident smile can change everything. It changes how people see you and how you see yourself. When you're proud of your smile, confidence comes naturally. At Sage Dental, we make that confidence possible. Using the latest technology, our caring team of dentists, orthodontists, and oral surgeons use minimally invasive techniques for the smile you've always wanted. Whether it's braces, clear aligners, implants, partial or full restorations, all of Sage Dental's personalized treatments are conveniently done right there in the office. With same-day and next-day appointments, call Sage Dental now for that confident smile that lasts a lifetime. We work with most insurance plans. No insurance? No problem. Our Sage Care Plus plan can save you up to 65% on general or specialty dental care. Sage Dental, leading with innovation, centered on care. Call 800-313-9966. 800-313-9966. That's 800-313-9966.
1025 The Bone. Real Raw Radio. WHPT, Sarasota, Tampa, St. Pete. Live from the WeatherTight Windows studio.
Here we go.
All systems go.
This is the true story about Mac. Check it.
Times are changing, more so each year. But the early morning storm pimp is here.
3, 2, 1.
People are expecting quite a bit.
Gotta figure out how to make money on this. I really want to.
I can feel it down in my plums. We're getting a nice bluish hue. Getting ready to take them to the farmer's market.
Okay, baby, but don't hurt yourself with that big juicy hog of yours.
In hard times, or when a man has worked at a job 30 years, they give him a watch, kick him in the butt, and say, hey, our computer took your place, daddy. That's hard time.
And those cars are going real fast and real laugh, son.
But he's gay. He's blind.
You ready?
Oh, wait. So we're just gonna wing it?
There's a big difference between winging it and saying what happens. Now let's see what happens.
And now.
Right now.
Now, it's Senning Show. With your host, John Senning.
And I be catching them northern bite like on the 10-pound test. Smoke cess, never fast, take a guess. I be the early morning stone pimp. Straight limping. Big booty pinching.
Welcome to Senning Show.
Balloon filling, whack MC killing. The fine
Recuperating, recovering, putting the pieces together after a Bucks loss weekend. I am John Senning. He is Dizzy. We love it when you find a way to interact with the program. You can hit us up on the phone line always, 800-771-1025. Social media, Instagram and X, at the John Senning, at Dizzy for Mayor.
Get down.
And, of course, you can watch the program, and we love so much when you do. YouTube, 1025 The Bone. I'm walking through the steps right now. You'll see that the 1025 The Bone logo is glowing, and then you click on it, and you see Alex Buckley, Danger Look, Vanessa, Ruli V, Lisa Valerie, and everybody else who's already in there watching the program. Dude, I have to say, I know that it's hard to talk so good about the cold without it sounding like you're talking trash about Florida. But when I tell you that the chill in the air just shoots life into my body, like There's just something about the cold weather. And today, this is not it's going to be getting colder as the day goes on. And tomorrow morning in Tampa, it's going to be like 39 degrees. There's going to be wind chills that feel like in the 20s. They say that we might break some 133-year-old records for how cold it will be this early in the year.
Okay.
And I love it. I absolutely, it makes me feel so physically good compared to sweating and getting through the summer months. So it'll be back in the 80s by the end of the week. But for all of the cold folks who really like it, and tonight might even have a little bonfire. Might get some wood out and sit out by the fire. Maybe have a hot Coke. Like I got a coffee today. I went and got a coffee today. Nothing better than drinking a hot coffee when there's a nice cool breeze. And I know that not every Floridian, especially the ones that have been here forever, appreciate it. But it brings me so much deep joy when it gets cold.
And that was going to be my question. I think, are you in the majority or minority? Do you think because you're like me and you're kind of like from up north that you're like, it's reminiscent, it's kind of like nostalgic, and it kind of gives me a little flavor back home? Because I feel like majority of Floridians, they would take like, I don't know, a month of cold or chill weather and not cold.
It's so funny. Like you look at the comments on any of the meteorologists, the Dennis Phillips, the Paul Delegatos, the Mike's Weather page, when they'll just highlight the fact that it's going to get cold. And I like to look at the comments because half of them are like, what the hell? This isn't what I moved to Florida for, or I'm a Florida boy. I don't want none of this. And then you have the other people that are like, oh, thank God we just lived through this brutal summer. For me, I don't know. It's just something about the crisp. The same thing that drives me to want to jump in a cold plunge is the same thing that makes me feel so at peace when it gets cold outside. Did you see the pictures? I meant to ask Drew because he just got here. You see the pictures of the Howard Franklin Bridge?
No.
The water, because of the wind, it's also windy as hell out there. The water is cresting over the edge of the Howard Franklin. So on the exit and the both sides, just completely covered in water where the waves were crashing over. That's always a horrifying sight to see.
Yeah, on my way over, I was going across the Howard Franklin. And when you could see the water like right up close, it was like, oh my God, those waves are
rough and rowdy.
Yeah,
it's going to be very, very chilly tomorrow for this time of year. So bundle up, enjoy it if you enjoy it, and if you hate it, just know we'll be back into the 80s by the end of the week.
Yeah, I would have loved if this happened yesterday.
See, that would have been nice to be able to enjoy it over the weekend, and specifically for everybody who went to the bummer of a Bucks game. It's watching the game, and shout out to everybody who came out to Slizzy McGee's yesterday. We had a hell of a time. It was a really, really, really good crowd. I met a lot of new people. You want to know who came through? Vroom Vroom, Paul, the guy that dubbed us Brooks and Dunn. Ross Chastain always says it. Dude, I should have brought it. He came through yesterday and brought me this badass. I think he said he had one for you too. Dude, it's a knife, which is an interesting thing, but it's a really nice old school collector's edition Jeff Gordon knife, like still in the case.
Yeah.
It actually had me coming up with a very insane theory. This is a good premise for a movie. Radio listener murders person with collector's edition Jeff Gordon knife. Then, you know how we were talking about getting the masks where people can say that it looks like your face? He perpetrated the murder with a mask of my face and then gifted the knife to me and then put in a anonymous call to the police telling them that I killed a guy and I know where the knife is. They come to my house, they find the murder weapon.
Fingerprints
they
all
look
over?
out, they look on the surveillance footage, and because he had the mask, my face is there. I go to prison for the rest of my life.
I like it. It kind of reminds me of The Fan.
Yes, it's kind of like it's kind of like that. But it was really cool to meet him, and we played darts with Chase and Javon, and it was just a really good time. That being said, while we were all having a good time and eating boiled peanuts, which I'll talk about more later, the boiled peanuts were a real hit.
I'm not surprised.
Even to strangers, which might have been the best part. But yesterday's loss kind of felt different than other losses we've had this season, and there hasn't really been many. But I don't know that I can put it on Baker. Like, he had some moments down the stretch, overthrown balls, and those moments where he could get out of trouble and make a run. I think those days are kind of over with the way that teams have figured out what he's up to, but still not enough to get it done. 28-23, like that moment near the end of the game where we ended up being stopped on fourth down.
Yeah,
that was a moment where I think 3-4 weeks ago, that earlier version of the Bucs were pulling off everything last minute. You go, okay, we got this. Like, this is right where Baker wants to be. And sadly, the Patriots are good. Well, I think that's not that anybody needed to know that for a fact. I am very curious though, because we're at Slizzy's. I think there was about 2 Patriots fans in an entire packed bar. And anytime they did anything, you would have thought there was 50. Because they were loud and they were obnoxious. Yeah. I saw a lot of people talking about it. And I'd love to hear any horror stories that you have from being in the building yesterday regarding Patriots fans. 800-771-1025. Because they also have the argument, which makes it a little more painful when they want to get in the face of a Bucs fan. Say, you know, the only time you guys were able to win a ring last is because you took our guy, because you had Tom Brady. Like, something about the Tom Brady effect gives them a little bit more fuel to topple and to get over on Bucs fans. You were there, right? You were there for the game.
Yes.
Were you in an area where you were surrounded by Patriots fans, and were they dickheads?
Starting at the tailgate, there was a lot of Patriot fans. You know, I showed up with my boy Mike, who's hated.
Yeah, we'll touch on that later. I have it scheduled for 2:45, Calta versus Dizzy's crew. So I'm looking forward to talking about that.
And then our boy Lance, he has
Lance is the man.
tickets. Yeah, and he's like, "Come on, let's ride." You know, we saw them at the tailgate. When we were going in, I was kind of worried. I see mostly blue.
It's crazy. Were they chanting? Were they yelling?
A little bit. They weren't really chanting, but it was more yelling. And Lance was like, "We are going in on the wayside, so maybe once we get seated, it won't be so bad."
And it's like that so often. So 2 years in a row, we went to almost every single game. If you don't go to Buccaneers games, it might not always translate on television. The opposing fans are almost always taking over, like on the concourses and on the ramps going up. Almost every time, no matter who it is, those visiting fans are chanting. They're louder than Bucs fans. It's a very, honestly, depressing thing to have to experience when you're walking to your seat. So,
yeah, so it was basically when you look out across Raymond James, I would say it was 60-40. Like, it was a good amount. But one thing you said that was very much apparent is just how loud they because there was a moment in the second half we were still getting some stuff and the Raymond James just went insane. We're like,
oh damn, we must have scored.
Yeah, and we look at the thing and they're running it back and we're like, oh God. So that part I hate.
That's bad.
Just how loud they get.
Well, and it's so I don't know if you saw it on the big screen or if you knew it all, but Dave Portnoy was there yesterday. Dave Portnoy was in the box with Robert Kraft, the one of the Patriots. So they were showing him every time the Patriots did anything good, they were showing the box and Portnoy was going crazy. But he posted on social media repeatedly about how Patriots fans had just taken over Raymond James. And it still really, really, really deeply bothers me.
Yeah.
I just think that when you live in the type of state that we live in and there are so many transplants and so many people where the Buccaneers are their second favorite team, I hate it. I just don't know that there's anything you can do about it. I would think all you'd have to be able to do is win games. We've done that. We do that on the reg. Through the Tom Brady era, the team has put together great seasons. We have a Super Bowl not that long ago, and it doesn't really matter. And I don't think that it ever will. I think people have their sports allegiances that they have since they were little kids, and you know, if all of their teams are out of the playoffs, then maybe they'll throw on a Bucs jersey and go to the game. But at the end of the day, they support in the regular season their hometown team, and we see that every week.
I think it's like so we ran through the bone and the personalities that were born and lived here, and then people like you and me who came here. I think the younger ones, like the Carmens, the Hughes, the me, we came here and we're like, this is our team now.
Yeah.
We're Tampa
not Carmen. She's ride or die for the Lions still.
Oh, she really?
Yeah.
Oh, I always thought she was still like Bucks and stuff like that.
No, she shames me for turning my back on the Lions. Yeah.
Never knew that. Well, it's just you and me then, I guess. Yeah. Kumbaya, boys. We moved here and we're like, I'm a Tampa dog. Well, I'm a Florida man now.
Well, and I think there's so much to it, and I always try to say this, and I don't know if it resonates with any single person, and some people just don't really care. But to me, when you live somewhere and you know you're going to live there and you've lived there for a long time and it's so kind of representative and embedded in the community with your teams. To me, when I wear a Tampa Bay, hat, or whether it be the Lightning or the Bucks or anybody, obviously I'm rooting for the team, but I'm also putting the city that I love and where I live and what I want to try and represent out there. So it's kind of twofold in that I think not only are you supporting the team, but you're supporting your city. The better the teams do, the bigger followings they have. Ultimately, I think that's better for the vibe in the city. When we've made, even it was kind of COVID-y when the Bucs went to the Super Bowl and the Super Bowl was in Tampa. That was still a little COVID era, so they didn't fill the place out as much as they could. That being said, I have felt that when the Bolts went on those runs in the playoffs, that you felt that more around Tampa Bay than you did and have during the Bucks' deeper playoff runs. And I don't know, maybe it's just a marketing, the way they market. Maybe it's something else. I think the Lightning have done something where they've taught more people about the game.
Yeah.
Like with football, people have their teams. They don't leave them. They understand football. What I think the Lightning have done is kind of turned people that maybe didn't have a hockey team, not just into Lightning fans, but into hockey fans. And because that, it seems like they have a little bit more rabid fan base. And obviously the building's a little bit smaller, but that's the way that I felt.
My theory on that is, when it comes to that, is because of where they're playing. I think if Raymond James was covered and there was AC, it was that type of arena, you would see less tickets getting sold. I think a lot of people who hold season tickets and live here, they go, I know what it's like being out there in August, September, October,
you're not wrong.
even into November. I'm going to sell that, make some of my money back, let someone else go enjoy that. I'll wait till it gets cold.
Well, and imagine if you had it somehow, and I don't think the room is available for it, but imagine if you could build it right there next to the benchmark, and you've got this big, beautiful indoor facility where you're looking out over the river walk and all of that, and you got a retractable roof, so on a beautiful day, you open it up. I mean, that area is what it is over there, but you're not really near anything. You know what I mean? Like it's not like before you go to a hockey game where you have all of Water Street and you could go down by the water to that, whatever the new channel side is. What the hell is that called?
Sparkman
Wharf. All, you know what I mean? Like if you want to pre-game and enjoy the surrounding area around Raymond James, it's nothing. You got like a Burger King and a Chili's up the block. Maybe you find a wing house, hit the strip club afterwards. And that's not to diss that block, but it's just nothing like a downtown area.
You have to have like a Mike Calta tailgate to go to enjoy something before the game, but you're going to get that at anything tailgate. So you're absolutely right. There's not much out there on Dale Mabry for that.
It is wild, and I have faith that the Buccaneers are going to straighten it up. I think I sent myself a clip. Oh yeah, Baker feeling a little defeated and a little angry after the game. It's kind of in riddles because I think he was talking about something specific. I couldn't tell you exactly what it is, but almost seems to be saying we did these things poorly in practice all week, and then we did them poorly in the game, and people need to be held accountable. But here's Baker Mayfield after the game last night.
That's what I told the team, told the offense after the game. And at some point, when the stuff comes up during the week, and whether it's mistakes or things we talk about, and then it shows up on Sundays, you have to have some pride about you. You got to have the fear of that failure, of messing up for your teammates when we talk about something. That you got to have that responsibility and accountability for the guys around you and get it fixed. In tight ball games like this, when you play a good team like the Patriots, little things will get you beat, and that was the case for us on offense today. And case in point, it starts with me. Some throws there that we like to have back, some more completions. The low ball that I gave Cade towards the end there, if I would have stuck it on his chest, he probably would have gotten a first down instead of having to get into a short yardage situation. So it starts with me, but everybody's got to have pride about it too.
You got to love something.
That's
like
the thing. It's no excuses, no BS, just accountability. And I think that's not that that's the difference between him and Tom Brady, but I think that those Tom Brady teams were so scared of Tom. And I'm not saying that things went the way that they did because Baker's team is not afraid of him, but exactly what he's talking about when he said you have to have some pride, the fear of messing up for your teammate. He said that, and I think Tom Brady's teammates feared him in a way that I don't know that there's many quarterbacks that demand that kind of fear from their teammates like Tom Brady did.
Yeah, for Baker, there were times where like third quarter I saw like Rashad White wide open on the sideline. He looked him off and forced it in to Ibuka, who was covered by three people. But if Winston did that, I would hate it.
Exactly.
Because Winston's a guy who's going, I'm going to force it no matter what, and I'm not going to learn from this. Baker will try something, sometimes very sketchy, but I still ride with him for it. You know what I mean? And I think the coaching staff probably told him, if it's third down and you have to run, probably take it, but we need you.
Yeah,
We're riddled with injuries. Don't risk it. We're going to make playoffs. We got to be ready for playoffs.
You cannot do what he did in that early first quarter of the season all season long.
No, that's true.
Those runs that we love so much, you start encouraging him to do those every week and every game, and he'll be hurt before you know it.
People give crap to Baker for a lot of parts by it's easy on the sideline where we see everything to make, he should have went deep or on the slant route. He has a small window he's trying to work through with the best defenders in the NFL running at him. Give him a break.
Yeah, and I don't know if it gets easier or not. The Bills obviously took a beat down from the Dolphins, which I don't think anybody expected. But the Bucs are going up to Buffalo next Sunday at 1 p.m. So hopefully the Bills are as beaten. They're going to be looking to rebound as well, though. So that's not going to be an easy one. And then we head to L.A. So it's not feeling great. We're not feeling as great as we were a few weeks ago. But I think we just have to have faith that Baker is that dude, and the team's only going to get healthier. And hopefully we won't be sad for too long. I did find it very interesting. I don't know if you caught this controversy. I love to think about in Tom Brady's mind where he holds the Buccaneers compared to where he holds the Patriots.
Yeah.
And he said he didn't want to pick. Like he was like, I'm not going to pick. This is a tough one for me. And that's something that you just say. But at the end of the day, you were in New England for over a decade. And you were here for a very, very short amount of time. To think that he even pretends that the Buccaneers and the Patriots, that he keeps them in a similar regard is funny to me.
Well, I think he had a lot of fun here. Like, we never saw Tom Brady like that boat parade.
Yeah, dude, during a tweet of him saying that, somebody reshared him tossing the Lombardi.
Yeah.
And then the pictures of him wobbling, being carried. I think there was just something about that era of Tom Brady that he probably got out from underneath the thumb of Bill Belichick. He was with Bruce Arians, and he was having so much fun and winning games and enjoying boat parades.
Yeah, beautiful weather, things to do out here. I think he really enjoyed his time in Tampa. I think you're right. He is playing the kind of like, well, PR guy can't pick a side because I want to upset this side or the other side.
I want to hit something else real quick before we go to break. And if you want to weigh in on this, because sometimes I really do wonder, like, how real life is when people get mad about things. Because I don't know if you saw that Nikki Glazer hosted Saturday Night Live on Saturday night, and every story that I saw today was that people were upset about the jokes that she made. She did the clip I'm going to share. I thought if there was something to be offended about, this is probably the clip. She made some jokes about like human trafficking signs in women's bathrooms, and I think some people felt some sort of way about that. But there was a even the tweet that I'm sharing right now that I found this audio said a bizarre SNL opening monologue where she talks about molesting her 4-year-old nephew.
Oh my God.
Now that is true.
Oh my God.
But also, like, I think when you look at comedy through the lens of not looking at comedy, you're not seeing what it was ever meant to be. So do you know if you've heard this yet?
I haven't heard.
Okay, so I'm excited to play it for you because I want your honest opinion on whether or not it is offensive, and I'd love to hear from people as well. 800-771-1025. I wasn't shocked and offended at the content. I was shocked that she chose to do this joke on Saturday Night Live.
Yeah.
I'd say that was the thing that got me.
Okay.
We don't have kids because I don't want to pass down that DNA, but it's just, I feel like it's too hard to be a mom. I have too much anxiety about it. I mean, it's hard even being an aunt for me. I was staying at my sister's house recently, and at one point I was like, I'm going to go take a shower. And my nephew comes running in. He's like, I want to take a shower with you. I want to take a shower with you. He's 18. I'm like, what's going on with his voice? Something's wrong. No, he was 4, and it was very cute. And my sister was like, he can take a shower with you. It's fine. He does it with us. And I'm like, okay, that's fine for you guys. But are you really okay with like an adult showering with your child? Like, maybe it's okay if you like come and supervise. And she was like, why? And I was like, because what if I molest him?
Dude, I thought that was
I don't think it's bad.
I thought that was very, very funny.
Yeah.
Like, that was, to be honest, and maybe I'm showing my own dark sense of humor, that line right there, out of the extended monologue that may have been too long, I thought was the funniest line.
Yeah.
To be honest, it's not over yet, but I had to pause it there because to me that was one of the funnier moments of the whole thing.
And she was like, would you? And I was like, no, I would never. That's disgusting. But that's what I'd say if I was gonna. You know? Don't trust anyone. I don't even trust myself. I don't want to go in there. How do you become a pedophile? You don't get to choose what you're into, dude. What if it's one of those things you don't know you like till you get in there and you're like, well, this is my thing. And then it opens up a part of my brain. No. I know that sounds crazy, but there have been so many things in my life that I've looked at and been like, that's disgusting. I would never do that. And now I'm like, pickleball's kind of fun, actually. So it's like, I don't know. Thank you guys so much.
I'm not like a Nikki Glazer mark or anything. I thought it was interesting, and I liked the fact that they had her host Saturday Night Live because she's a actual comedian who pushes the boundaries and stuff. But I think not that SNL still shared the clips. They're still up there. I don't think they're even in damage control per se. But it does show you that as soon as you step outside of the boundaries of what would be PG or maybe even PG-13, that there's just a forum now where people can be pissed off and are going to be offended by any damn thing. And don't get me wrong, pedophilia, molesting children, sex trafficking on the surface, not things you should be joking about, but that's kind of, to me, what comedy is about, is taking our deepest, darkest thoughts and moments and commentary and finding ways to make people laugh.
Yeah, that's when it comes to comedy, there's not a lot of things that I think are off limits. I think even when tragedy hits and you hear a comedian make a joke about it, that's how comedians work. They deal with stuff that way. I never am on the side of that's a little, well, no, there is a moment where stuff is too much. I didn't think any of that was out of bounds.
Yeah.
I thought she delivered it well. Would I pay to go see her? No, but I think she's very good at pushing the boundary, and that's all she did there. I thought that was fun.
Yeah. That was, to me, the earlier part of her. It was like when she tried to be non-offensive, I think is when she kind of sucked. I think the first maybe like 2 to 3 minutes were about getting spray tans, and I wasn't really feeling it. And then she pivoted, took a hard pivot into the more questionable stuff, and I don't know why, because it is inherently terrible. I'm trying Saturday Night Live like every week now.
Yeah.
I watched the first one with Bad Bunny, not good. The second one was Sabrina Carpenter, a little funnier. Miles Teller was on last week. It's like every week I keep going back thinking it's the week that it's going to be funny. And mostly I'm curious to see what they're going to do with Cam Patterson, who, man,
just sitting in the
you
cut.
can tell that they are protecting him at all costs. Like the skits they even give him, Cam Patterson from Kill Tony, the skits they even give him, sometimes it's like he barely will even talk. Like by design, I don't know that they think he's ready to do much at this point.
I don't think that set was bad at all, and I think SNL has just become a weird place when it comes to the monologues. I remember I think it was the last time Shane Gillis was on. He was doing some type of joke, and he could see the crowd wasn't feeling it well. He was like, just to let you know, it's not getting better than this or something like that.
Those people too. I don't know. It seems like in the crowd there didn't sound like they weren't laughing.
Yeah.
But I think it's also the people that are drawn to Saturday Night Live these days. It might not be for them. I mean, the fact it's on a network television, a joke like that, you go, okay, maybe people got to learn to laugh at stuff. Don't go anywhere. When we come back, it is that thing. It's the biggest story, definitely in Tampa Bay. Horrific tragedy. There's really no other way to say it in Ybor City over the weekend. We're going to give you updates on that and a bunch more. Coming up next on more Senning Show right here on 102.5 The Bone. Get up in the room. Watch the program, 102.5 The Bone on YouTube. You'll see Senning Show is live to watch, so get up in there. Tiza Energy. You know, it's the pouch that you dip between your cheek and your gum. I swear by it. I live by it. And right now, the Picture Yourself on the Celtic Cruise contest is still live. All you got to do is go to theboneonline.com, go to our contest page. You'll scroll down. You'll see it right there. Picture Yourself on the Celtic Cruise. And you can find a list of all of the Walmarts where Tiza is available. Find the one nearest you. Go take a selfie with the Tiza display, then upload it to the website, and you are registered to win a cabin for 2 on the Celtic Cruise. This pouch full of vitamins, minerals, tea-cut herbs, caffeine, no tobacco, no nicotine, and a flavor for everybody. Check them out at TizaEnergy.com. We love you, Tiza. Why spit when you can swallow?
And it's a great day to be alive. I know the sun's still shining when I close my eyes. There's some hard times in the neighborhood, but why can't every day be just this good?
You're listening to Senning Show on 102.5 The Bone. Download the free Bone app to listen to us anywhere. Sponsored by Mark Spain Real Estate. Get your guaranteed offer at markspain.com.
Crossing the finish line, nothing like it. But for the accident attorneys at Farah and Farah, one thrill beats them all.
It's the thrill of the win, lining up all the facts so the truth is clear. Yeah, we're built for that.
Farah and Farah, Tampa.
I'm Ultima Morgan of Morgan & Morgan. Every time one of my children started driving, it was terrifying. I am quite aware of the dangers being on the road. Thousands of accidents happen across the country. We see it every day. These families' lives will be changed in an instant. We fight for these families as if they were our own. We've become America's largest injury law firm by winning cases just like these. If you've been injured in a car accident, call us.
Injured? Dial pound law or visit forthepeople.com for an office near you.
Want a beautiful white vinyl fence but thought you couldn't afford it for less than $5 a day? Only $125 a month. Fence Outlet will install a 120-foot vinyl fence and transform your backyard. Visit fenceoutlet.com for details. License number C-10252.
Don't let life pass you by as you work at a job or you're in a career that you absolutely hate. How about getting your hands dirty and entering the workforce, doing something that you love, like aviation maintenance? And that can all become a reality with the National Aviation Academy right here in beautiful Clearwater, Florida. You'll be trained in just a few months, and they're going to help you once you're done with the schooling to enter the workforce with a great job. The next class starts December 4th, so check them out today. NAA.edu. For information on NAA statistics, visit NAA.edu/statistics.
You're listening to Leaf Filter Radio, and the guru of gutter protection himself, Chris Cunahan, is here to take your most pressing leaf-related questions and bring you a special Black Friday offer.
Hey, everybody, Chris here. I understand we have Ron on the line. Ron, where are you calling from?
Uh-oh. Ron, are you calling from a ladder?
Well, I was. I wanted to ask Chris what I need to do to get my gutters ready to have leaf filter installed.
Oh, Ron, you don't have to do anything. A Leaf Filter Trusted Pro will come out and clean out your gutters, realign and seal your gutters, and install Leaf Filter, America's #1 gutter protection system.
So I didn't need to get on this ladder?
Ron, Leaf Filter Trusted Pros are in your neighborhood and ready to help. Just visit leaffilter.com/radio to schedule your free gutter inspection and get up to 30% off.
Thank goodness. What was that site?
That's leaffilter.com/radio. And now, as a special Black Friday offer, you can get a free gutter inspection plus up to 35% off. This is our best offer of the season. Unlock it now at leaffilter.com/radio. See representative for warranty details.
President Donald J. Trump's historic victory in the 2024 election is the biggest political comeback in American history. And now you can own a piece of this history in your hands. The Rare Collectibles TV exclusive special label Donald J. Trump 2025 American Silver Eagle coin is available for now because less than 10,000 of these patriotic treasures exist. This rare Silver Eagle coin represents the first and only silver dollar series in American history to be struck from 1 ounce pure silver, and displays this exclusive limited edition Donald Trump presidential holder. Call 800-525-5077 to honor the inspirational president of the people, Donald J. Trump, and also secure a gold $40 Trump gift absolutely free. Call 800-525-5077 right now to reserve your pedigree labeled Donald J. Trump 2025 American Silver Eagle coin and free gift. That's 800-525-5077.
Mike Calta here for Shark Coast Tactical. Breaking news in Florida. The Second Amendment sales tax holiday is finally here. This is your chance to save big on all things firearms. Looking for a new rifle, pistol, shotgun, ammo? You pay no tax. Get to Shark Coast Tactical now. Don't forget, Will is going to cover your tax stamp fee on select suppressors. The shop is slinging freedom from 10 to 6 daily. Closed on Sunday and open online 24/7 at SharkCoastTactical.com. Shark Coast Tactical's on Bee Ridge Road in Sarasota. Look for them on social media. Tell them Mike Calta sent you.
When you're hiring, have you ever felt like you're missing out on meeting truly great candidates for your roles? It seems impossible to find them, but they have to be out there somewhere, right? Well, they're not hard to find when you know where to go, and that place is ZipRecruiter. And right now, you can try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/radio. ZipRecruiter helps 10 million people with their job search every day. And because these people are actively looking for jobs just like yours, it's easy to find the right person right away. In fact, 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. But if you're not using ZipRecruiter, you're missing out. So see what it's like when the impossible is easy. When you go to ZipRecruiter.com/radio right now to try ZipRecruiter for free. Once again, that's ZipRecruiter.com/radio. ZipRecruiter.com/radio. Never miss out on great candidates with ZipRecruiter.
Hi,
Hi, this is Sarah at the Department of Rejected Dreams. If you had a dream rejected, IKEA can make it possible.
I've always dreamed of a beautiful kitchen, but my wife just wants to stay organized.
You know what they say about opposites?
That they can't agree on a kitchen?
Well, IKEA kitchens come in many styles with a variety of customizable organizers. So maybe you're not opposites at all.
Beautiful and organized. Now we just have to figure out what to eat.
That's a different department. Get the kitchen of your dreams at a price you didn't dream possible at IKEA.US/dreamkitchen. Dream the possibilities.
1 in 4 Americans have a disability. I'm one of them. I'm also a working mom who cares deeply about making sure every child with a disability thrives by getting their access needs met. We've got a trusted ally by our side. Easter Seals provides children and families the foundation for lifelong success through early learning programs, skills training, and prep for college and career. That's my Easter Seals. Make it yours. Join us at easterseals.com.
A customized Corona Bucks Yeti cooler could be yours. Stop by any participating Tampa Bay area Hooters location and scan the QR code for your chance to win. Visit coronafootball.com for details. Corona, an official partner of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Flags up, limes in.
Involved in a car accident? We understand the pressure you're under. Call Farah and Farah, Tampa.
Now, back to Real Raw Radio. Sponsored by Anajar and Levine, accident attorneys. Call 1-800-747-FREE.
That's 1-800-747-3733.
You might know nothing, but at least you'll know that thing. Brought to you by Just Call Mo, Tampa's injury attorney. That thing. It's time for That Thing right now on Senning Show.
1, 2, you know what to do.
The Senning Show, getting you through a Monday. Man, I have to tell you, the Victory Mondays do hit a lot better than the losing Sunday Monday combination, because maybe you had one too many pops while you were watching the game. You went a little too hard at the tailgate, but you wake up and you go, but our team won.
Yeah.
I can make it through this day. Here you go. Damn, I really shouldn't have done that yesterday because now my team lost and I'm just not feeling good. But don't you worry. It'll be over before you know it. 800-771-1025. I think our buddy Danielle is going to check in with us at some point because she has texting here what time I told her to call. She has a big Veterans Day event at the gym that I think is really, really cool that I want to help people get informed on. So she'll call us a little bit later in the program. But for that thing today, we're going to dig in just a second. Try to keep it to, if not the biggest story in the world, at least the story you need to know about. But I wanted to, we were talking about Nikki Glaser and the SNL monologue in the last segment, and I want to get your opinion on comedy show etiquette. I was with Mike O over the weekend at Wild Fork. Shout out to Mike O and Corey. Had a hell of a time, and everybody that came out. But I was fresh off the heels of it. So we went to see Big J on Friday night, which was hilarious.
Yeah.
He just killed it. That dude, and so much of it is crowd work, and I don't know what real hardcore comedians think. There was a minute there where it felt like hardcore comedians looked down on people that were doing crowd work.
Yeah.
If that is the case, I don't know how you could think that way about Big J, because the way that he clearly is weaving in and out of the crowd work with bits and stuff that he had planned, I don't know that I've ever watched a comedian and just thought so clearly, he's in the pocket. He's just kind of chill back there, messing with these people up front, and then able to take their stuff and turn it into stuff that he already had planned. And it was really, really good. The host was great. The two others that did not It's always a rough thing when you get like two comedians in a row that you're not feeling, because when you go for a long time without laughing, you start questioning yourself. So like I'm sitting there, the host came on and I wanted to find his name. I need to find his name. If anybody knows his name, please let me know. The host from Side Splitters over the weekend. He killed it. Like he had everybody cracking up off the get. And then the next guy came up, just wasn't feeling it. And that happened again. And I'm like, am I depressed? Like, did something happen? Like, since the first guy? Like, am I not laughing at these things that some people were laughing at? But when Big J got up there, he was just so, like, in the pocket. Like, you could tell he was in the zone and he was killing it. The reason I bring it up at all, comedy show, comedy club etiquette, don't talk, obviously. In a lot of times, every crowd that I ever see at Side Splitters, which is recognized as one of the best comedy clubs in the country, always respectful, never too many chatters or anything. But there was a dude sitting next to us who laugh. You just laugh, Of course, that's what we're there to do is laugh. And he was laughing, even though his laugh was very loud and very annoying. Who am I? Can I be mad for laughing? Dude, anytime anybody hit a punchline or even said something remotely funny, this dude would do one of two things. He would either aggressively
that's annoying.
Start banging on the table, or it's close quarters in there. So we had like a six top and we're sitting next to a group of four dudes. And so this dude's knee is like almost up against Danielle's because they're kind of like in front of me, like they're right next to each other. So his hands and head are right near mine. Dude, if I had to guess in the span of a night, this dude went into at least 200 different episodes of clapping. Like every time somebody said something remotely funny where the average person would laugh, he either pounded on the table or just had one of those, those people that clap with their soul?
Yeah.
And he was just clapping constantly the whole damn night. And I thought, am I a dick for thinking this guy's being a dick, or is he the one who needs to just keep his noises from his mouth and not from his hands?
I mean, I have fun, have a great time, but there's something to you're clapping. I'm trying to hear the next joke.
And that was the thing.
I can't hear over the clapping.
That was the and I was trying to get the read on like the crew at his table to see like, are they annoyed by this prick the way that I am? And I kind of felt like they were. Like I would look over at the people at his table and they were kind of looking at him when he would get into his clapping escapades, like, what are you doing? Like, nobody else is clapping. And that's the thing. I kept thinking to myself, well, maybe other people are clapping and I just happen to be sitting next to one of the clappers. So then I started looking around. I'm like, this guy's the only guy clapping all night long. But he was having a good time. Everybody was having a good time. What else can you ask for? But just
same thing can go wrong if you go see like a comedy movie in theaters. That's why sometimes I stay away from them. The movie will give you like a second after their joke to be like, all right, pause, because they're going to be clapping in the theater. All right, here's the next sentence or whatever. You won't be able to hear it if people are clapping so loud. Same thing goes with the comedy. Give your little, and then let them go on.
I will say, man, the different laughs, man. Like, I wanted to see a research study done about how people get their laughs. Because, dude, there are some just bizarre laughs out there in this world. Like, some people, if you go to enough comedy shows, you'll realize there's almost always one laugh in the whole room that like sticks out louder than the others. Whether it's like, or just like a, just so many. Is that just get embedded in you from birth? Like, where do laughs come from?
That's even a good question. Who's the first laugh?
Yeah.
And someone's like, what was that? And they're like, I don't know, man. And they're like, okay.
How do people get their laughs?
I remember when I was, randomly just hitting up girls in the dating game. There was this one girl, beautiful girl, but she laughed like, it was like a witch, like at a cauldron.
Yeah.
And it was so ugly that I was like, well, I could never make it with this girl because I like making people laugh. I do not want to hear this for the rest of my life, let alone another 10 minutes.
Dude, this is crazy. People get their laughs through a complex process involving psychological triggers and psychological response coordinated by various regions of the brain, including the limbic system. Laughter serves an important in social functions, primarily that of bonding and communication. It doesn't really, to me, give me the idea of how people end up with weird brain activation, muscle contractions in your face determine how you end up laughing. Zygomatic major muscles of the upper lip get stimulated, and that's what makes you laugh the way that you laugh. Yeah, it's much more advanced than I would have hoped. But for those out there who have a horrendous laugh, I'm so sorry that happened to you. Senning Show, I believe, first call of the day. What's up?
Hello, is this me?
This is you. You're live on the air. Who are you?
Hey, I'm Riley.
Hey, Riley.
What's up, guys? First, I just want to say people really wait this long. I mean, for a phone call, that's funny. But
appreciate it, man. It was
there was nothing there.
It was I don't know what's happening, but man, I woke up on Saturday morning and it was just not that I would have been at this place at this time or anything like that, but it's just a weird thing when you see on national news outlets, a place that you very well could have been. Like, let's just say hypothetically, we went to a comedy show at the Funny Bone and not at Side Splitters. Like, the idea of us not maybe being right there in Ybor, but being out there on a Friday night is well within the reason of possibility. And 4 people passed away and 11 injured after a deadly car crash in Tampa's Ybor City. Tampa Police Chief Lee Burkhoff said the incident started just after 12:40 a.m. when 2 cars were observed racing westbound on Hillsborough Avenue toward I-275. One car broke off and the other, a silver 2019 Toyota Camry, drove southbound on I-275, later exiting into the downtown area. And I know there's going to be a lot of Monday morning quarterbacking on woulda, coulda, shoulda. Yeah. I think people are talking about roads being closed in Ybor. And then I think the other part of it, and I want to say we just brought this up with Just Call Mo last week or the week before, like, when do you chase and when do you not chase? And I don't think that anybody could have fathomed that this guy was going to drive down into one of the busiest parts of Tampa at one of the busiest times and do what he did. But this is just brings up all those questions, is when do you just cut your losses and go, okay, this guy was racing his car, we got the plate, we'll find him, rather than let's aggressively chase him down. Because Florida Highway Patrol initiated a pursuit and attempted a traffic stop, and the Camry fled. The FHP attempted a pit maneuver when police intentionally tried to strike the rear of a fleeing vehicle. It's real NASCAR style, really. They just hit the corner rear bumper and send him into a spin. The FHP then backed off the car after the maneuver was unsuccessful. After that, unfortunately, this vehicle went at a high rate of speed down 7th Ave and tragically just east of 15th Street, hit over a dozen people. The Camry crashed into a crowd outside Bradley's on 7th bar in Ybor. It's a gay bar, not that matters, but 3 victims died at the scene and a 4th died at the hospital. And I believe, unless there's been an update, one of those people is still in critical condition. And the suspected driver, Silas Sampson, he is a 22-year-old man from Dade City, is being held, and he appeared in front of the judge just one day after the Ybor City crash that left 4 dead and multiples injured. The Hillsborough County State Attorney filed a motion to keep the suspect in custody, which I think, how could you not?
Yeah.
Like, I cannot see this guy walking free after all of this. And what could have been done? Who the hell knows? I mean, closing off the streets in Ybor. Maybe that's an answer.
It is, though, because I remember when I was younger, you could not drive up that street. The cops would block it off on both ends on like Friday and Saturdays, and you could not drive up and down that street. It was only people walking. I don't know when that went away, but that's something they need to bring back.
Well, you know what's crazy about it, and anybody who really understands Ybor, maybe spends time down there, owns a business, could help us understand this a little bit better. Remember the shooting that happened down in Ybor. This is bizarre because it just shows you can't win no matter what you do. And maybe there's a difference in the blocks and things like that. But right after that, I think the streets were closed down at that point. So they actually said, and there was an argument, we got to open up the streets because by keeping them shut down, you're creating a space for people to gather and to loiter, and then people get in trouble. More younger kids, which that's who was kind of shooting everybody at the time, they come down, and even though they can't get into the bars, they're now just hanging around in the street. So it's one of those things where even though you think you might have a fix for this element, you might not actually you might be actually creating another problem.
I feel like that's almost I don't know the particulars, but it's almost like a lazy answer, it feels like. Because, clear the streets, no one could loiter. Isn't that what the police presence is for on the horses and stuff? I'm not saying they're not doing their job, but I'm saying, wouldn't it make more sense that they're walking up and down the streets on the horses going, hey, got to keep it moving. Can't sit here and just stand around. Go into the bars you're going in, get off the street on one of the ends, but no hanging out here.
Yeah.
How hard is that?
You would think. I mean, that's what all of those things. And at the time, they were talking about IDing people because there were parts of the only place I've ever seen it done. And I think it was on the heels within at least the window of the Pulse shooting, is Orlando got super, super buttoned up. And there were parts of the street, like where they would close down the street, like on Wall Street downtown, where you had to get your ID checked to get onto the street.
Because it's all like 21 plus.
Yeah.
Like, so you shouldn't even be here.
Exactly.
Okay.
Which, I mean, is a big operation to be checking. And then you got people lining up just to walk down a street, which I know it slows things up. But, at this point, it's like pick your poison. We had people in the street, and then they were shooting each other, and now people aren't in the street, and there's cars running into people. And again, I think the blocks may a little different. This may be a little further down the block. So the Sunday filing from the Hillsborough State Attorney's Office said Sampson tried to run from the crash, but he was arrested with the key to the vehicle in his pocket. It's also being reported that the suspect made spontaneous statements after his arrest, including, "I made a mistake." And he asked multiple times how many people he killed and said, "Just take me to jail. Just take me to jail so I can sit for a few months." Well, my guy, it's not going to be a few months. I hate to be the bearer of bad news. It's going to be a long, long time. Investigators said they did not notice any signs of impairment from Sampson. They did notice signs of impairment.
Okay.
Sorry about that. He did reek of odor, alcohol, slurred speech, unsteadiness, but they're still waiting the blood draw to make sure that was actually the case. So Tampa's judge, James Giardina, has scheduled Sampson's next hearing for 9:30 a.m. on Thursday. That's when the court will decide whether to grant him bail or keep him detained. This guy will be locked up.
Yes.
There's no way that this guy is
Absolutely.
not being locked up. And he should be. He should be locked up.
Honestly, this is why I'm afraid to go out most of the time.
You're not.
Things have gotten so insane across the board with people just mowing people down and large crowds where it's like, if it's not like a station event or something where I'm like, I feel a little more safer because I'm with people that I know and blah, 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 I don't show up. I won't go.
Again, this is a weird thing where it's like, I'm not saying this is a good thing or a bad thing because people died and it's horrific no matter what. As soon as I opened up my phone and I saw Saturday morning, car plows through crowd of people in downtown Ybor, I go, it's a terror. It's a terrorist thing.
Yeah.
It was just a mass murder type thing. And I mean, the intent may have not been there. This may have just been a dumbass running from the cops. But it doesn't really matter at the end of the day. The lives were taken, whether the guy didn't have a purpose or not. But, I think the other half of it is, when do the cops just go, okay, he was racing his car. Like, that is bad, really, really bad, and could kill people on its own. But how far are you going to push it as the police when you go, how far and how long are we going to chase this guy? He's not stopping. We're going through residential areas. It's within the realm of possibility. He could end up in Ybor. Let's just let him loose so he can slow down and then we won't endanger the public. I mean, those are obviously things we talk about on a Monday morning, but it could have gone wrong a million different ways.
Yeah, it is insane that, this all happens in Ybor so frequently, and we don't hear anything of, well, this is how we could probably prevent this or that or this. They're just kind of like, well, he was racing. What do you want us to do?
Yeah, and I'm sure those conversations will happen, and a lot about the pedestrians in Ybor and how they're, obviously at this point sitting ducks if somebody did want to do something bad. I mean, this guy might have not had the intent, but if somebody did have the intent, it could have probably been a lot worse.
And that's the scary part is there's some crazy person out there that sees this and goes, well, he got through this and that. I could improve on that.
Yeah, it's wild. We've got more Senning Show on the way. Do not go anywhere. Dude, I don't know if you saw. You might have not been here the day that I initially started talking about it. Out of nowhere, I just added all these songs to my playlist, and a lot of them were Jack Johnson, and I was going on a big Jack Johnson tirade. Like 2 days after, they announced that Jack Johnson's coming to Tampa. So
put it out there.
I don't want to say that he's coming because of me, but he might be coming because of me. Keep it locked, though. When we come back, I've got two things. Something I witnessed 20 minutes before I got here in the drive-through to get a coffee. There's something about stoners. They think that driving while high is perfectly acceptable. I can already see by your lack of response that you don't disagree with them.
I was waiting to hear where you're going with this.
But even if that is true, which I don't think it is, what I witnessed today is the one step too far.
Okay.
And We'll also dig into a list of the most horrific movies young children have watched throughout their life. So keep it locked to 102.5 The Bone. More Senning Show on the way.
I was somewhere in between with only two, just me and you. Not so many things we got.
It is getting chilly out there, but don't let that be a reason to close the pool down for the year. With Hawkins Service Co., they're offering $400 off pool heat pumps, $300 off pool gas heaters. They really do handle it all. Whether it's pool repair, HVAC, electrical, or plumbing, they've got technicians that have been rigorously background checked, so you can trust the people that come into your house. You can book an appointment today at 813-445-8209. Let them know that you heard about them on Senning Show. If you've never used them before and aren't using any other deals, that'll get you 10% off. And check them out online at hawkinsserviceco.com. Hawkins, one call, handles it all.
I believe in memories, they look so pretty when I sleep. Hey, now
You're listening to Senning Show on 102.5 The Bone. Stingray Chevrolet presents Calta Cruise 19. And Tiza wants to get you on the boat for free.
Yes, please.
Picture yourself on the Calta Cruise. Yes, that's how you win. Head to your local Walmart and find the Tiza display in the pharmacy department. Then take a selfie with Tiza and upload your photo to theboneonline.com. It's that easy. Be a selfie queen, just like my Calta. Tiza presents Picture Yourself on the Calta Cruise. Picture it and make it happen. It could be you. Tiza, why spit when you can swallow?
If you're the victim of a car crash, take back control of your life. Call Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys at 1-800-747-FREE. Transform your backyard for less than $5 a day. Fence Outlet will install a sleek black aluminum fence that adds style, security, and curb appeal for just $125 a month. Visit fenceoutlet.com for details. License number C-10252.
John Senning and Dizzy of Senning Show, known as the kings of chill around these parts. If you don't know, you're about to know about the Kava Social Club in downtown Bradenton. Pretty much cleaning up with the Bradenton's Best Award, Best Bar, Best Date Night Spot, Best Live Music, Best Coffee Shop, and they got something going on almost every night of the week. Wednesday, tell them about it, Dizzy.
Karaoke, go sing your heart out. My suggestion, Usher, really pops the crowd.
Thursday, baby.
You think you know it all? Prove it. Got trivia night on Thursdays. Prove that you're the smartest in the room.
Friday.
Open mic night, our favorite, whether you want to rap, sing, tell some comedy, or maybe some snap poetry.
And Sunday, fun day.
Are you a Poindexter? This is probably your night, because this chess club be 3, 4, 5 moves ahead of your competition.
Check them out online at thekavasocialclub.com and on all your social medias at Kava Social Club. Kava Social Club, where your vibe attracts your tribe. Boola, baby!
Recently, a new client called me and started by saying, "Mr. Morgan, I really need your help, but I'm just a nobody." Those words stunned me, and I immediately called him back, and we're now helping him and his family after a terrible accident. I'm John Morgan of Morgan & Morgan. Everybody who comes to our firm at their time of need is a somebody. I grew up poor, but my grandmother was like a queen to us. At Morgan & Morgan, our goal is to level the playing field for you and your family at your time of need. The insurance company has unlimited money and resources. You need a firm who can fight them toe-to-toe. For right at 30 years, we have fought them in courtrooms throughout America. Our results speak for themselves. And always remember this: everybody is a somebody, and nobody is a nobody. Visit forthepeople.com to learn about our firm. Morgan & Morgan, for the people.
Offices Tampa, St. Petersburg.
Ho, 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 it's a cat named Mo. With the holiday season upon us, a gift card from All American Gunslingers on US 19 North in Newport Richey is the perfect gift, especially with relatives and friends looking to protect themselves. Training is everything, so they can utilize All American Gunslingers indoor facilities to get better trained with their firearms, rifles, pistols, and even shotguns, which are approved to be shot on the range. Beginner classes, advanced classes, holster draw. Go to AAGunslingers.com for your gift cards to protect your rights, your safety, your freedom, America.
If your plug's burned out or your switch won't flip.
If your power cuts out or when your breaker starts to trip.
For all things electrical, call us today.
And a faulty electrician will be on the way. A Bolt electrician is on the way. Yep.
From panel upgrades to garage EV chargers.
And fixing broken switches or outlets to installing powerful whole home generators.
Call for a Bolt electrician.
Online at boltelectric.com.
You're listening to Leaf Filter Radio, and the guru of gutter protection himself, Chris Cunahan, is here to take your most pressing leaf-related questions and bring you a special Black Friday offer.
Hey, everybody, Chris here. I understand we have Ron on the line. Ron, where are you calling from?
Uh-oh. Ron, are you calling from a ladder?
Well, I was. I wanted to ask Chris what I need to do to get my gutters ready to have leaf filter installed.
Oh, Ron, you don't have to do anything. A Leaf Filter Trusted Pro will come out and clean out your gutters, realign and seal your gutters, and install Leaf Filter, America's #1 gutter protection system.
So I didn't need to get on this ladder?
Ron, Leaf Filter Trusted Pros are in your neighborhood and ready to help. Just visit leaffilter.com/radio to schedule your free gutter inspection and get up to 30% off.
Thank goodness. What was that site?
That's leaffilter.com/radio. And now, as a special Black Friday offer, you can get a free gutter inspection, plus up to 35% off. This is our best offer of the season. Unlock it now at leaffilter.com/radio. See representative for warranty details.
Sell your home with Mark Spain Real Estate and get the strongest cash offer in the industry. You will save time, make the most money, and eliminate all the hassle. Hey, it's JP. The guaranteed offer from Mark Spain Real Estate always allows you to bypass the market, receive an all-cash offer, and close in as little as 21 days. There are no showings, no open houses, and no costly repairs. Mark Spain Real Estate makes selling your home stress-free. Take it from one of their satisfied clients, Tracy, who said, quote, "The guaranteed offer from Mark Spain Real Estate was fantastic. It could not have gone any better, and we received an offer that was higher than what we were expecting. I wholeheartedly recommend Mark Spain Real Estate," end quote. Mark Spain Real Estate has been in the business for nearly 30 years and has helped over 72,000 satisfied clients. Trust the most experienced real estate team in the U.S. to sell your home quickly and for top dollar. Find out what your guaranteed offer would be. There's no obligation. Go to markspain.com today to get a guaranteed offer on your home. That's markspain.com and start packing.
President Donald J. Trump's historic victory in the 2024 election is the biggest political comeback in American history. And now you can own a piece of this history in your hands. The rare collectibles TV exclusive special label Donald J. Trump 2025 American Silver Eagle coin is available for now because less than 10,000 of these patriotic treasures exist. This rare Silver Eagle coin represents the first and only silver dollar series in American history to be struck from 1 ounce pure silver and displays this exclusive limited edition Donald Trump presidential holder. Call 800-525-5077 to honor the inspirational president of the people, Donald J. Trump, and also secure a gold $40 Trump gift absolutely free. Call 800-525-5077 right now to reserve your pedigree label Donald J. Trump 2025 American Silver Eagle coin and free gift. That's 800-525-5077.
The mix of salty sea air and burnt rubber. The big skies, high banks, and grandstands. The rumble in your chest. That's what we love about the Daytona 500. Honoring history and making it. At the biggest race of the year on the biggest stage of a lifetime. The Daytona 500. You gotta see it to believe it. February 15th, 2026. Secure your experience now at Daytona500.com.
As the seasons change and routines shift, doctors say now is the perfect time for a health reset. And that means looking beyond cholesterol. Cardiologist Dr. Andrew Freeman says many heart attacks happen even when cholesterol levels look perfectly normal. The reason behind that is a hidden risk factor called inflammation.
Inflammation plays a critical role in cardiovascular disease, but it's often missed. Even people with healthy cholesterol levels can still be at high risk for heart attack and not even realize it.
Fortunately, Dr. Freeman says there are simple ways to identify and manage this risk, starting with a blood test. And with the holidays just around the corner, now's the perfect time to act.
A blood test can detect hidden inflammation, and it's something you can talk to your doctor about. From there, lifestyle changes and new therapies, such as low-dose colchicine, can make a real difference and reduce the risk of cardiovascular events.
Learn how you can take control of your heart health by visiting cvdinflammation.com.
1025 The Bone. Real Raw Radio. WHPT, Sarasota, Tampa, St. Pete. Live from the WeatherTight Windows studio. And now, back to Senning Show. With your host, John Senning.
I'm sad alone in a boggy marsh, totally motionless except for her heart. Mud flowed up into lumps, pajamas. She totally confused all the passing piranhas. She's in my head.
Welcome back to Senning Show. I'm John Senning. Hit us up, 800-771-1025. The presidents of the United States of America, in my personal opinion, do not get held in the proper regard. I love them. I loved them when I was a kid. I love them still. When I put their music on, I go, why does nobody care about the presidents of the United States of America? Well, I do. Appreciate the about 300 folks watching us live currently on YouTube. I like to push YouTube. It seems easy to me, and I like it because of the live chat feature. But, we still have the Bone app. You still have Facebook. You can still go to theboneonline.com. Really, wherever you want to do it is fine by me. I just like seeing everybody chop it up, even if it's totally off base and has nothing to do with anything we're talking about. I'm looking at you, LSD Dreams 1010. Still, everybody's having a good time, and that's all we can really ask for. Some of these fine folks have been holding for a minute. Senning Show, you're live on the air, 813. Give it to me.
Hey, I want to chime in on the guy that crashed into the bar down Ybor.
Yeah, what do you think?
So, I saw that they ticketed him 2 months ago for going 99 in a 70.
Yeah, the guy was a racer. I mean, he clearly was all about racing people and driving that car very, very fast, which that's another thing. Much like the laugh that you're born with. I think, by the way, you want to see some guns, get onto YouTube right now. We got no sleeves on the Dizman on a Monday. I love to see him, my boy, getting swole.
This guy's a fool.
But here's a little speculation.
Okay, speculate.
What's the possibility that the officer back then decided to cut the guy a break and put it under 100 just so he didn't have to arrest him?
Wait, you're gonna have to say that to me one more time. You're gonna have to say that to me one more time for me to understand what you said.
What's the possibility that 2 months ago the officer felt sorry for the kid, wrote a ticket for 99 and a 70 and not 103 or whatever? That's just to cut the kid a break.
That might be possible. That might be possible. It's hard to
I've had officers cut me a break.
I mean, they do it. And sometimes when you're on the break end of it feels pretty damn good. But, again, it's Monday morning after this terrible tragedy, and I think we all want to go, what can we do? What could have changed? But at the end of the day, bad people are going to do bad things, and we can only hope to be able to stop them before they do.
They'll take that into account during sentencing. They won't,
Oh, for sure. I mean, the guy was all about going fast. It is, like I was about to prove that point and make the comparison to your laugh. I think some people are born with the gene that makes them to want to drive really fast and just go fast.
Yeah,
like
Ricky Bobby.
I have, dude, I watched that, by the way, not last weekend, the week before.
So good.
Holds up so well. Good. It really is just such
Was it the extended version?
I think it was.
Where it's like extra stuff. I don't remember this.
Yeah. But it just, it is, I had it in me maybe for a little bit when I first got my car. I almost got my license taken away because I would get pulled over, and I would get pulled over on the same road repeatedly going to school every day like a dumbass. And
they just set up. They're like, this idiot's going to fly down here.
I was just young and dumb. Yeah. But I also, I don't think that I necessarily have that thing where when I get in the car, it's like, I want to go fast. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like in the moment, maybe you're like, okay, this is kind of fun. Even with the new car that goes faster than any car that I've had in a long time, I don't feel this overwhelming urge that I need to get up to 90 or 100 or whatever it is. I think some people, whether it's just an interest or they're born with it, they just live to race and to go fast in their vehicle, whether it be on a busy road or at a track. And clearly, this guy who had been, cited for going almost 100 before, he was about going fast.
Yeah, I've never been that type either. Even like, it's going to sound dumb, but even when I was like little on the bike, I wouldn't want to bomb down a hill and go too fast.
You just were chilling. You're just
I'm a chiller.
I'm just envisioning you in one of those 3-wheel little tricycles, like everybody else is racing, and everyone else is racing, and you're just chilling in the back of it, like, Hey, dudes. What's up? What's up? You know what'll make you go slow, I think? Well, I'd love to see this study. And again, that was a bad way to say it because this is illegal as well. Do you think that people that smoke weed before or during while they're driving, on average, drive slower? Wouldn't you think?
Ooh, they're trying to drive more cautious, not draw attention. I imagine most of the people that smoke while driving, it's not like someone like who smokes casually. Like like once in a blue moon.
They're smokers.
Yeah, they're smokers. There's like when I smoke, I'm talking about as a broad person who does this. When I smoke, I don't get high. That's the same person I imagine who's driving. It goes, maybe they have an anxiety. Maybe it helps them. I don't think it's the best idea.
Yeah,
but
it is weird because a lot of arguments that people who don't like weed and don't like stoners have is that the hardcore stoners, they like to and they think they should be able to, and they're fine with just being high all the time. Yeah. If you knew somebody, and I'm going to speak in in generalizations here, even though I'm probably not. If you knew somebody who was just kind of high all the time and they smelled like weed and they came around and whatever, like you'd go, yeah, he's high. But you don't think of it like that, really.
Yes.
If you had somebody who walked into the office every day slurring their words and reeking like they just put down a fifth of Rumplemints, you'd go, my guy's got a problem.
Yes.
We need to get this guy into a facility. He's an addict. And I think that maybe stoners, right or wrong, get a little bit of leeway and luxury. I say all of that to say, if you're a smoker in your car, do whatever you want. If you're breaking the law, you're going to be arrested eventually. This guy that I witnessed today, so I go through the Starbucks, and I only go to Starbucks when I need a real extra jolt. Today, I was moving a little slow. I got the double shot.
You had a long weekend, Doug.
I feel like I've had a long life. I feel like I haven't had a weekend in forever. But
a long life.
You know what I mean. I just
what?
I'm just saying. I've just been on a run. That's all I'm saying. I've been on a run. Is all I'm saying. So I'm getting I'm ordering my coffee, and I smell an aroma that immediately kind of hits me as like not. You know when you smell something that, like, you shouldn't be smelling in the place that you're in.
Yes.
So I couldn't put my finger on it, and then eventually it hit me. I go, "That's a dab. Like that's somebody doing a dab." And for those that aren't stoners, like some of us around here, a dab, an old school dab, you actually had to, like a crackhead, light this little glass plate on fire and then put a marijuana extract onto it, so it then disintegrates and you inhale the vapor. So I'm like, that's a dab. And there was this guy in front of me in a giant white truck, and I was like coming around the corner so I could see perfectly at him. He had his window rolled down. Full blown dab rig. Oh my God. Torch, rig, drop it in. I watched him do 2 dabs in the drive-thru at Starbucks. And the funniest thing about it was all of the cars in front of him went. And he had no idea.
Because he was so busy.
He was so not only lighting the torch and all of that, but probably so blazed out of his mind that I eventually had to give him a beep, beep. Yeah. And he looks back, and I'm just like, kind of like, hey, buddy, I'm a friendly one. And he realized it. But even if you wanted to, and you're the staunchest stoner on planet Earth, and you want to say, oh, I'm fine when I drive, I don't think that we're ever going to get to a place where we should encourage dabbing and driving, let alone dabbing while in your vehicle.
It's kind of like you just said with with the smoker coming into work versus the drinker. If I know you dab at any point driving, even if you take it to a parking lot, pull over and dab, probably have a problem you need to address. Well, you're probably going too hard.
Yeah, now everything can be so subtle. You got a little pen. It's like, okay, what are you going to do? If you've got to take the blowtorch on the road, like maybe it's time to
call Uber.
Yeah, dude.
Well, I guess not, because then you'll be smoking in the Uber.
It was funny that opening comic that I told you about it from Friday night. He had a really funny kind of bit about stoners and how they're claim they're not addicted, and he was like, yeah, stoners always want to tell you they're not addicted. He goes, my brother-in-law told me, you know how I know it's not addictive? Because I've been smoking 7 times a day for the last 30 years, and I'm not addicted. And it's a weird. I'll be honest. I'm not somebody who's going to ever put my foot down and say that it's not addictive, because I've tried to quit. And when I do, I don't like it. So maybe you could say it's something else mentally that's going on with me, but I'm not ready to say for certain that it's not addictive.
For sure, it's mentally addictive. Like, it's not like certain things where you take it and then it's like, oh, it triggers something in your brain. Now you have to have it and blah, 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 blah. I think I'm one of those people who was like, I'm not addictive. I love it, but I could give it away. When it was the Punch-Out, didn't do it. When it was like certain girls I was dating, they weren't really into it. I moved away from it and stuff. Like, I don't want to.
Yeah.
Does that make it addictive to me or just make it something I enjoy?
And that's the
fine line.
Yeah, that is the fine line. And I haven't figured that out with myself yet. I know that there's been a couple years I've tried to do like the full-blown dry January, and I make it to like the third week of January. I'm like, what am I doing here? Like, why am I putting myself through this? And is that addiction or is that just being a chill dude? I don't
know what the worst part is like if you take a week off and then you go smoke, you will experience what everyone experiences when they smoke, which is what I don't want. And I know a lot of people do that because they're like, oh, man, I'm so tolerant for it. Let me, work on that. And then they'll come back and be high again.
You're actually doing the responsible thing by smoking more often because you don't want to have to experience the negative effects. So what you're doing is actually responsible and evening things out.
I'm a responsible smoker.
Dude,
I appreciate you saying that, Sean.
I love hearing it, dude. I love seeing it. I wanted to dig into this to this list because I think everybody probably has a couple in their life that they vividly remember being too young to watch a movie, and then whether that movie traumatized you or it just stuck with you for the rest of your life. And there's a movie on the list which I don't remember if you said you watched it all the time or not, but I know we've talked about it repeatedly. It's number 21 on the list, and we'll play under the Roger and JP Memorial rules, which I gotta almost throw that away now because you guys are doing the top 10 lately.
Someone's bringing it back.
Yeah, so I'm almost just stealing it. But if you mention a movie that's on this list that you watched at a young age, too young of an age, and it stuck with you or traumatized you, I'll give you something from the prize stash. But number 21 on the list, and I remember watching it as a kid and not really understanding how evil this kid was in this story, and that's The Good Son with Macaulay Culkin. Which if you've never seen, like, it gets talked about, but I don't know that it gets talked about as good of a movie as it is. It's who's the Elijah, the other kid?
Oh, is it Elijah Wood?
Elijah Wood is the original kid, and then it's like his cousin or some family member has to come live with them, and the psycho kid is Macaulay Culkin. So these two kids start hanging out. And Macaulay Culkin wants to go like kill neighborhood cats with a crossbow, and then he takes the dummy and throws it over the edge of the overpass and causes a big pile up so that a bunch of people get in a crash. And he's just this evil kid. He ultimately tries to kill Elijah Wood. He tries to murder him.
He whips the daughter, the sister into the thin ice.
Yeah. I forgot we tried to kill the kid. But it's like I watched that when I was probably under 10 years old, or like around 10 years old. And you're just like, oh wow, this kid's a psychopath. And I don't know that it damaged me, but I don't know that I should have been watching it at a young age either.
And wasn't the point, and that's why they call him the good son, is he would kind of baby face.
He was the ultimate.
Hey, mother.
He was the ultimate baby face. Okay. He would always make it seem like, oh no, I didn't
know that was bad.
I didn't know any of that at all. Yeah. Dude, I've told this story before, and this isn't going to make any list, but it's just an idea of movies that we shouldn't have watched. Have you ever heard of? Hold on, let me look it up real quick. Sweetback.
No.
Badass. Sweetback's badass song. So the movie was actually made in 1971, and I think the remake came later. But whatever the story was, when I was about 12 years old, we rented this movie from the Blockbuster, and they let us rent it. And the opening scene of the movie is a young kid, maybe 10 years old, having sex with a hooker. And my mom walked in on us watching the opening scene of this movie and lost her freaking mind to the point to where she called Blockbuster. And I remember her being like, you rented my children a child pornography. Like, there's a grown woman having sex with a kid in this movie. And that was one that stuck out to me because we got busted for it. But the original movie was Sweetback's badass song. But I want to say maybe it was just the rebooted version that we watched, because it is bizarre that we would watch a 1971 film at that age.
Black film too.
Yeah, it is a black film, but
Van Peebles, isn't it?
Yeah, but I almost wonder Did they do? They must have done something else. Somebody else will tell me if they did another version of it. Either way, there was still the hooker having sex with the young kid. Do you? Oh, it was just called Badass, and it was in 1999. So they must have kind of reshowed that. Do you have a movie that you remember watching at a young age, and you were like, "Damn, this kind of taught me a thing or two about the world"?
There was I think I've went on record tons of times saying like my parents had no problem.
Oh, you were rated R kid,
yeah. Especially we'd had like whatever. I've seen the Dusk Till Dawns and all that. Two stick out to me. One being the main one, which and I think I was probably at an age like 12, 13, where I was still like I'm getting a little older and realizing things, but there's still things that will shock me. And there was one time I was on HBO. And I saw Bad Boys was playing. I go, oh my God, I love Bad Boys. Martin Lawrence, Will Smith. I click it, and it's Sean Penn's Bad Boys.
Oh, I don't think I know what that is.
It's about this guy who he accidentally kills a kid when he's evading the police.
Yeah,
and he kills him with the car. Gets sent to juvenile prison, and there's a hardcore, very descriptive rape scene where a young black boy who just wants to read these comics in prison gets assaulted by two guys. And they don't show it, but you hear it. And it is very traumatic.
Rhythmic slapping?
It's in him crying out for help, let's say.
No.
And everyone at the prison just kind of like tapping their fingers like, I can't do it. What do you want us to do? This is and then he ends up getting killed when he tries to attack them. They throw him over this rail and he dies. I'm like, bro,
what is happening?
This could happen?
Dude, that reminds me that I have a prison rape movie memory as well. You ever seen American History X?
Of course.
Dude, don't ask me why, but my dad turned on American History X for us when we were very young. And first of all, obviously the opening scene, remember where he makes the dude put his teeth on the curb.
Bite the curb.
Like if that wasn't enough, and I'll never forget it because my grandpa was living with us at the time. And I remember as the movie kept going on, he was like saying to my dad, like, why are you letting them, why are they watching this? And I think
he's like questioning your dad's like, are you guys neo-Nazis?
Yeah. Well, and then it gets to the scene where Derek gets, just like you witnessed, and they show it. He gets assaulted in the prison all the way down to the blood going down the drain. And I vividly remember, I believe my grandpa stood up and was like, I'm not going to be a part of this. And he left the room as we all sat and watched it. And that was an early one as well. We've got full phone lines.
Any cheeks getting breached?
Yes, at that type of age,
it's going to break you.
It's not enough. It's too much.
Yes.
Senning Show, you're live on the air.
Hey guys.
Hey, what up?
Hey man, yeah, it's Michael.
Hey, Michael.
Hey, I was going to talk about seeing Porky's when I was way too young.
That is on the list, my friend. That is absolutely on the list. I don't know that I've ever seen it, but it's very horny, right? Lots of naked girls.
Yes, very sexed up. Yes.
Yeah, let me see what it says about.
Not for a young preteen boy.
Yeah, one of my friend's parents let us watch Porky's way too young. There were kind of odd people, and looking back, I'm glad we did not remain friends. Yeah, it's almost like what's worse at a super young age, weird violence or over-the-top sexuality? Like, which one would ultimately be worse for a kid as they got older? Like, what would stick with them more?
Yeah, I feel it'd be like the violence. I think
I agree.
Bad. I feel like my dad, at some point, he's like, I really got to get boobies around this kid just to make sure.
Just to make sure.
To make sure.
We've showed him the,
He's listening to Backstreet Boys too much. I don't know.
What was your name again, dude?
Michael,
I got you. That was number 16 on the list. So I'm going to hook you up with the prize. Once we go to break. Some of the stuff on here is like not actually bad, but they said that it was like Wizard of Oz is on here.
What?
And 60 years later, I still have nightmares about flying monkeys. Like I have heard that people were traumatized by the flying monkeys. Yeah.
No way.
I love Wizard. I loved it, and I still love it to this very day. I have a major soft spot. Number 4 on the list, and I think I was probably right in the sweet spot where I was craving like adult humor and something raunchy so much that it didn't feel like I was too young, but American Pie. Like when that was our generation's Porky's, really.
Yeah,
like when he got on the table and started having sex with the pie, like I think that was probably one of the raunchier, most sexually shocking things that I had seen with my own eyes. Maybe, well, I don't know. I'd probably seen an old bush-filled porn by that point anyways, but I just remember thinking, this isn't a movie that's in the theater and this guy is having sex with baked goods?
Oh, Darker side of all this stuff, my cousin put me onto this, not JoJo, Kids.
Oh, dude, I
watched that at a young age, just like,
I've never
what
seen
is this?
Dude, that was in a weird, because I want to say that was NC-17.
Yes.
I think that was beyond rated R, and I think they kept it in like a special locked box at our video store. So I remember always being so interested in it, but I never, the premise is, correct me if I'm wrong, everybody gives everybody AIDS.
It's this one guy essentially wants to sleep with him, as many virgins as he can, but he knows he has HIV.
What the hell, dude?
Yeah, dark.
Yeah, I'm not trying. I'm glad that one passed me by.
Don't even try to watch it now and be like, well, let me see what all the hype's about. Stay away from it.
Dude, you know it's number one on the list, and it's kind of just funny because I don't know how many kids actually did or didn't, and I think I was already well into my mid to late teens by the time it came out. But it says 2005, so yeah, I was graduated high school at that point. But the Pirates movie. So it was like a porno, a total reimagined porno version of Pirates of the Caribbean. But I want to say that it was on Showtime, and but it was really like it had actual porn stars in it.
Oh, yeah, I've seen that.
Yeah.
Wait,
so
you're saying that's a bad thing?
No, depending on how old you were. I mean, it made number one on the list of movies that kids watch too young.
Yeah.
Dude, I do remember when we figured out that the neighbors, Cinemax, what happened after a certain time. And when you really start getting into the softcore porn world as a young man, it's a real coming of age time.
I do remember the days when I would watch stuff with my parents, and my mom would have to put like her hands over my eyes when scenes came up. And then my dad, when he started doing it, I'll never forget this. There was a movie, he put his hands over, but he did like this.
Like take a look at this.
Yeah, I remember looking at him and he gave me kind of a wink, like, boys will be boys. Enjoy.
I know for a fact that our this person I'm picking up the phone on, I almost feel like we've heard a memory from her before. Danielle, that's Radio Danielle, owner of Elevate St. Pete, with a big event coming up tomorrow. You have a movie that you watched too young. Am I misremembering that? Like when you were young, a movie that was too sexual or too violent for you to be watching at a young age. Does one stick out to you?
I don't know that either one of it would fit in either of those categories. But when I was a young child, my grandma took me to the movie theater to see a Goofy movie, and we walked directly from a Goofy movie into Dumb and Dumber and did not even pay for a ticket.
Okay, well, that I think that was safe at that point. How old? Well, I don't know. How old were you? Like a young child?
I was little. Yeah, I was probably like, I don't know, 9 or 10, maybe.
Oh, that's prime age for Dumb and Dumber.
No,
Was it
it's
rated?
not.
PG-13.
No, it's not.
Yeah, yes, it is.
You were 5 years away from being legally allowed to go. I don't even remember the raunchiest thing in Dumb and Dumber.
Neither do I.
Yeah, all I can think about is the bathroom scene, and then
that's what I think about too. Well, and then when he, the bottle on the side of the road.
What did he do with the
bottle? He peed in the bottle and then he threw it out the window. Talking about that?
Is that what happened?
And it splashed the
I
cop.
was naughty, right? I was a kid.
Yeah, you were also a.
That's not that
you
bad.
were also a, and I think it's okay to say this, borderline sheltered child.
Yes.
So Dumb and Dumber might as well have been full blown porno for you at the age of 9 years old.
Very sheltered. I do remember I saw Kevin Bacon's situation, and I was too young to see that. And I don't remember what it was. But
wait, where?
No. This is a movie. I don't know what movie it was, but I happened to in on it. And also my grandma one time was playing Monsters Ball.
Oh, that's
okay.
Dude, when Holly Berry gets bent over the dresser.
Make me feel good.
Oh, dude, that's prime. That'll turn you into a woman.
I've
right
never
there.
seen that. Like, I never intentionally watched it, but I do remember it being on one time, and I do remember seeing enough to know I should not be seeing it, and I was way too young to be seeing it.
So, interestingly enough, Kevin Bacon has shown his penis in multiple movies. I don't know if they're real or not, but it says full frontal Kevin Bacon in Wild Things, 1998, Hollow Man, which I love the movie Hollow Man.
When they were doing the thing.
Yeah, Hollow Man. And then he had movies in 1991, Pirates, not the one we just talked about, and Murder in the First, 1995. He showed his hog in all of those.
Yeah.
Who would have?
Whatever one he was in a shower is when I saw it.
Wow.
Hold on, I'm looking it up.
Wow. Kevin Bacon shower scene, full penis. Is that what you're?
Wild. It was Wild Things.
Geez, how did you? There's way more worse things than Kevin Bacon's penis. There's a full blown three-way scene in that movie.
Well, I'm telling you, I only walked by the TV when I saw that. That's why I didn't want to be watching that no more.
That'll get you. We do not have Danielle here to talk about Kevin Bacon's penis, sadly. She's doing something awesome with Elevate St. Pete. tomorrow it is Veterans Day, and I wanted to have you hop on for a minute and tell people again about what you got going on tomorrow so they can get signed up and you can get as many people out there tomorrow for an amazing cause.
I appreciate it. So tomorrow, and this is our noon class, so at noon, Coach Lloyd, who's the one that put John through the warm-up that absolutely wrecked him for days, is going to be leading our it's going to be the Pat Tillman workout. So this is something that's scalable for everybody. We're not charging anybody for like drop-ins. I do want to kind of get a heads up in advance if you're planning to come, just so I can send you a waiver. You can slide in the DMs for that, Radio Danielle or Elevate St. Pete. And then so we're going to do the Pat Tillman workout. We will have a link to donate to the Veterans Future Foundation at the gym. So anybody like in lieu of drop-in fee for us, that's just what we're asking. And it'll take you directly to their page to donate to the Veterans Future Foundation. And then afterwards, our friends over, mutual friends of John and I, at Emerge have volunteered to host our group for some contrast therapy, sauna, and cold plunge.
Ooh, that's gonna be really, really nice. Anybody who's been curious about Elevate or just want to help with a great cause or check out what's up with the sauna and the cold plunge life, I think this is a perfect opportunity to do a great thing and also check out what Danielle's got going on as well. And what time does this? So this all starts. The actual workout will start at noon, and then that's about an hour, and then the plan will be for everybody to go over to Emerge.
Yep. So once I kind of get an idea of a head count for the workout, I'm going to grab some sandwiches or something for everybody afterwards, and then we'll head over to Emerge from there. So I told him we'll be getting to Emerge around 1:30 to 2.
Beautiful, beautiful. I hope tons and tons of people come out, and it's a massive success, and you also raise a bunch of money for veterans.
Appreciate you. Thank you so much.
You're the best. Please look forward to seeing you on Friday, and I hope I feel like I had something else for you, but I know what it was. Danielle, I was just about, you weren't here on Friday days. I was just almost in a place where my Explorer page was getting a little less.
It was cleaned up.
It was cleaned up, and then I gave my phone to Danielle, and then she only started searching around all of the bad stuff. So I sent her a screenshot. I'll show it to you as well. Now my FYP is as debaucherous and naughty as it's ever been. Things I've never even seen before popping up just because I let Danielle hold my phone for like 2 minutes. So
she saw Dumb and Dumber one time. She's been corrupted ever since.
That's what it is. Ever since dude, Kevin Bacon's hog will make a woman do strange things. So thank you for that. It's been nice to get back in that swing.
You're welcome. I just clicked on one video, and you're welcome for what that's done to your feed.
That's what you say. At Radio Danielle, if you want to hit her up for more information about tomorrow, elevatestpete.fit. Danielle, appreciate you very much, and I'll talk to you soon.
All right, bye, guys.
All right, bye-bye. All right, let's step aside for a moment. When we come back, I want to touch on a couple things. The first, I wasn't sure if you heard the comments, so I thought maybe I'd share them with you. But I had the morning show on earlier today, and they were doing whose tweet, and I think they did the triple diz. They pulled 3 of your tweets for once, which led to a lot of conversation about you and about your friends at the tailgate. And I thought maybe we could revisit those. And I also found a list before we make way for the joints. We're always talking about how insane it is, these kids that are doing such dumb things and hurting themselves on TikTok. Now, real hard numbers. The 5 TikTok challenges that have killed the most people and sent the most people to the hospital. We'll do all that and a little bit more. Coming up next on more Senning Show, so keep it locked to the bone. A real thick day in the Vroom Vroom Room. Over 300 people in there. Shout out to everybody who's hanging out. I see Mark Carr, Fly High 69, Chad Morris, Julio, Ruly V, and everybody else. We appreciate you watching on YouTube. Don't go anywhere. We had a massive, successful day at Wild Fork Foods on Saturday, celebrating the 1-year anniversary of the St. Pete location. Chef Oliver and the Argentinian grill were fired up. We were eating lamb chops, ribs, picanha, mac and cheese, seafood, and everything under the sun. A lot of people getting to try Wild Fork. If you don't know about the 450 options you can get delivered right to your front door, you need to know. Prices better than anything you're going to find at the grocery store, and that's just the beginning of it. Check them out. They have locations in South Tampa, West Chase, and St. Pete. Always online. Become a member. That'll help you get rid of those delivery fees. It's only $1.90 a month. Do it. WildForkFoods.com.
You're listening to Senning Show on 102.5 The Bone. Tell us what you think. Head to the 102.5 The Bone app now and leave us an open mic. The open mic on the free 102.5 The Bone app is sponsored by 1-800-ASK-GARY.
At Jersey College, we know how to give you the support you need to be successful in your nursing career, like we did for Tom.
Re-entering school, I wasn't sure about anything. Instructors went above and beyond, and with nursing, there's no shortage of places to work. It's exactly what I thought it was going to be in terms of how rewarding it can be when you help someone out.
Classes are enrolling now at our campuses in Tampa, Largo, Brooksville, Naples, and Port Charlotte. Apply now at jerseycollege.edu.
Did you know that you can get a beautiful white vinyl fence for less than $5 a day? For just $125 a month, Fence Outlet will professionally install it and add instant curb appeal to your home. Visit fenceoutlet.com for details. License number C10252.
It's the Hard Rock Bet, now offering insurance. Bet the Week 11 games with injury insurance. If the player you bet on exits the game in the first half due to injury, you'll get your bet back as a bonus bet. You can bet on all the NFL games, the NBA games, and of course, college football. All you need to do is get the app, Hard Rock Bet. Download it on your phone or simply go to hardrock.bet. One Hard Rock player last week turned a dollar parlay into a $220,000 win. Get on the Hard Rock Bet right now and start making some cash. Offered by the Seminole Tribe of Florida. Must be 21 plus and physically present in Florida to wager. Terms and conditions apply. If you or someone you know has a gambling problem, call 833-PLAY-WISE.
This is the story of the one. As a maintenance supervisor at a manufacturing facility, he knows keeping the line up and running is a top priority. That's why he chooses Grainger. Because when a drive belt gets damaged, Grainger makes it easy to find the exact specs for the replacement product he needs. And next day delivery helps ensure he'll have everything in place and running like clockwork. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
At Mayo Clinic in Florida, we are solving the unsolvable. Our transplant experts are using new technologies like machine perfusion to increase the number of usable organs, reduce waiting times, and allow more patients to receive life-saving liver, heart, kidney, and lung transplants. We're making more possible at Mayo Clinic because every day we're doing what's never been done. Learn more at mayoclinic.org/possible. Mayo Clinic, you know where to go.
A cat named Mo, and you know I like guns. Guns like me, and I'm not talking about my arms. I'm talking about the kind of guns you get at All-American Gunslingers on US 19 North in Newport Richie, giving you a tax-free holiday, no taxes on firearms and firearm-related products with a 60-day layaway on all firearms. If they don't have the firearm you're looking for, they can always special order it. Go to aagunslingers.com. All-American Gunslingers, your rights, guns, your safety, guns, your freedom, guns, America, bang, bang!
Now that we're getting older, we've been putting more thought into maintaining our health.
We knew the water we drink every day could be filled with contaminants, so
we called Leaf Home Water Solutions.
They came to our home and did a free water test and gave us the analysis right away.
We were shocked at what we saw.
They found heavy metals like iron and copper.
Our own tap water was putting our health at risk, but Leaf Home Water Solutions made it easy to get safer water from every tap and hose. A whole home solution.
They have more than 250 product combinations and designed a system that fits our needs and budget. The installation took less than a day.
With Leaf Home Water Solutions, our water is safer and healthier. When we drink, when we cook, when we shower, even when we garden.
We feel better about our health.
Thanks to Leaf Home Water Solutions.
Schedule your free home water test today at leafhome.com/free and save 15% on all home water treatment systems. That's leafhome.com/free for your free home water test and 15% off. leafhome.com/free.
St. Pete, Reggae Rise Up is back. March 12th through 15th with a massive lineup. And tickets are on sale now at reggaeriseup.com. Slightly Stupid, Revolution, Sublime, Iration, Cypress Hill, and so many more, along with the water at Vinoy Park, March 12th through the 15th. Reggae Rise Up is back. Tickets on sale now at reggaeriseup.com.
This Thanksgiving at Total Wine & More, find bourbons and Cabernets that you adore. Our helpful guides are so friendly and nice. So many bottles to try at the lowest price. So gather with friends as you sit down to eat. Grateful for all who made Thanksgiving complete.
With curbside pickup and delivery available and the lowest prices for over 30 years, you'll always find what you love and love what you find. Only at Total Wine & More.
Drink responsibly, B21.
Are you a parent of a 2 to 8 year old? Listen closely for an exciting offer, then head to abcmouse.com/radio to learn more. By now, you've probably heard of ABC Mouse.
ABC Mouse is like a little one-on-one teacher. It has helped her so much.
We're offering a promo at abcmouse.com/radio to try it for free for a month, then $14.99 per month until canceled. Go to abcmouse.com/radio to see this offer. That's abcmouse.com/radio. Actual ABC Mouse users compensated for their testimonials, sponsored by Age of Learning.
Trans-Siberian Orchestra is back in Tampa for 2 spectacular shows on Sunday, December 14th at Benchmark International Arena. TSO is fighting inflation this year, offering their lowest ticket price in years at $55, including fees, for a limited time only. Get yours now at Ticketmaster.com.
Accidents happen in a second. Take a second to call Farah and Farah. Tampa.
Now, back to Real Raw Radio. Sponsored by Anajar and Levine, Accident Attorneys. Call 1-800-747-FREE.
That's 1-800-747-3733.
And now, back to Senning Show. With your host, John Senning.
Drake, just let it run.
That'll put a little pep in your step on Monday. Welcome back to Senning Show. Thank you so much for listening.
Shut up and listen. Hey, yo.
Wait. I was just about. Hold on. I feel like I need to wait a second because I had to dump it. I was just about to complain about the fact that they bleeped out zigzags and weed, and then they let the S word. Did you hear that?
No.
Oh yeah. It gives me the blank needed.
Yeah.
So they bleeped out weed and zigzags, but they let the S word fly. That makes no sense to me.
What, is you pulling that from Spotify?
No. Well, yeah. This was from the Clean Marshall Mathers LP on Spotify. Yeah. You know, sometimes you gotta let one through every now and again.
Do you think it really said it, or do you think you heard it say because you're so used to it?
Yeah, I think it said it.
Okay.
I think it said it because I was legit about to say, why are they bleeping out weed and zigzags? And before I could think that, I heard a word that it actually should have been bleeped out.
I feel like they do that sometimes, especially on Spotify. Like, they'll take away a cuss word, especially the rap songs. Then you'll hear the N-word get yelled out.
I'm so enamored and intrigued with the idea of, like, clean music. Because back in the day, like, almost every album that was released, because I was a kid who sadly was on the parental advisory restriction.
So Walmart.
So we would get ours at Meijer, was the place where Walmart never even had the dirty versions back in my day.
Yeah,
now I think they might. Or do they even? Did they ever get the dirty versions?
Before, that was the place you used to go because they would only sell the clean version.
So it was even worse because our grocery store / store where I would get CDs is my parents would be grocery shopping, and then I would be in the CD section, and then I would beg them to get them the CD of my choice on that day. And then there, you had both.
Yeah.
So I would often try to trick them and be like, hey, I want to get this CD. And they'd be like, go find the clean version, and we'll talk about it. But now, I don't know if they're even out there. Like it just seems like so much, maybe not so much work, but a lot goes into releasing an entirely different version of an album. Like some of those clean albums had total like songs that weren't even on it.
Yeah.
Like I remember the big one was Puff Daddy, No Way Out, because I loved it so much. Like the clean album, I think there were like 3 less songs on it than the original.
Because there was just too much cursing.
Because there was too much cursing. They're like, let's just cut our losses.
It's just going to be one of those songs that you hear on the radio that's like you hear 2 words and just a bunch of blanks.
Yeah. So, and now, like, there are albums that they say are clean. I always just wonder who gets to decide if they're going to put a clean version on streaming, and why are there so many. Like a lot of music that I'd love to play, unless I want to go and edit it all myself, you just can't play because the clean versions don't exist the way that they used to.
I wonder if they get like a certain, like, so for movies, they'll be like, well, it's PG-13, you get 1 F word.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean? I wonder if music, there's anything like that, because I know there's that one song where it's like, do you feel all right? Dun, 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 dun. It was like a jock jam song.
Okay. Do you feel all right?
Yeah.
Dun, dun, dun,
Yeah.
dun, dun, dun,
Get ready for this.
Yeah.
For some reason, my parents bought me the whole album. On one of the songs, no parental advisory, it's called like The Workaholic. This guy, it's like a skit. The guy's like, who the F are you? And they go,
And they drop
Workaholic. And they say the word. And I remember hearing it as a kid and going, Oh my God, this is the greatest thing
on the
ever.
parental advisory days, you probably did get like one or two.
That would
You got a
slip through,
couple that would be there. 800-771-1025. I got to find out from Diz who the hell he was rolling around with yesterday that made everybody mad. But let's take this call real quick. Senning Show, you're live on the air. Who's this?
Hey, what's up, man? Charles the Third.
Charles the Third. Oh, the third, a fellow third. I am a third as well. There's a lot of responsibility that comes with being a third. Are you going to pop out Charles the Fourth?
Maybe. You never know.
Do you have a lady that you can plant your seed in? Do you have a lady that will have your baby?
Also, the best show on the bone.
We were doing.
And
I appreciate
your
that,
logo
buddy.
is the best on the bone.
We had the hat print out at Wild Fork on Saturday. I will say we need to. They kind of only come out for certain events, but after I posted that video, I got an abundance of messages saying, "Where can I get a hat? Where can I buy a hat? Any of those things." And I would say you just gotta stay tuned. There are a bunch of them. The one that Diz is wearing right now, that is not one that we have out and about. I believe that was made by somebody.
Oh, the camo one. The camo one is sick.
Yeah, that is
Boy,
nice.
Justin made this one.
Dude, I will say, so we were having this conversation with Mike O on Saturday on the Mike O radio show, and he said there's a Bone merch. There is. Dude, there is a Bone merch. We're not on it, so don't worry about it. But there is a, for anybody who wanted to know, there is a, if you go to theboneonline.com, there is a Bone merch tab, and it's all just the Bone logo. They need to put the shows on here. I mean, they're just going to take.
Yeah, dude, the Senning Show. Come on,
we're never going to get a dollar.
No, it's not it's Senning Show.
Hey,
I'm sorry.
Thank you for correcting yourself. I don't. I do have to tell you, it's not the camo one. I have one sitting in the front seat of my car right now. I don't know how to get it to you, but I would just say, stay tuned. We'll be loud and proud when we tell you that we have the hat print out or that we have hats. That'll be your cue. They're not just somewhere waiting for you to go get one or buy one, though. So I'm sorry. It's a very special thing.
So, real quick, I was the first caller, and I'm actually Riley.
Okay,
and I'm sorry.
Charles John Garrett the Fourth. No apology needed. Thank you for your time today. So I was bummed because I was going to play the clip of the morning show because it's very easy to find on YouTube, and then I realized the stream went down this morning and it wasn't on YouTube. So I'm going to have to play Telephone, Tell a Friend, where Mike Calta just made a comment about your crew, your crew in general, but specifically whoever you were with yesterday. Who was the gentleman that you brought with you to the game yesterday? Because did he do something wrong? Was he out of hand?
I don't think so. I mean, Mike, you met Mike. He's the guy who hosts the party I went to, the Halloween party.
Oh, yeah. I did meet him.
Yeah, that I know through JoJo. Huge Bone fan. Like when we were at the Halloween takeover, like one of the coolest things I thought after was he was hitting me up like, "Oh my God, thank you. I got to meet John Senning. I got to meet JP, Mike Calta, blah blah blah." Huge Bone fan. So he might be a little overzealous in a way. I don't know. I don't notice that. I just thought he was chilling and having a good time and excited to meet the people he listens to every day.
I wasn't sure if there was an exact incident, and Calta just said something too. I love Dizzy, but the friends that he brings around, I do not like at all. And then they brought up and I will say, I didn't think necessarily negatively about it because I didn't know what was going on in the photo, but I think it was Galvin who pointed out the photo that was posted on social media. Yeah. It's you, Gio, Calta, JP. Maybe there's like Ian Beckles is in it, and then there's a lady, and your friend is in the front with like his arms like this, and they were pointing out the fact all these people from the station, and he was kind of, I think the phrase was, "Look at me, I'm the star of the show," in the front of the picture.
No, okay, so I get what they're saying because they don't know him.
Yeah.
To me, what I thought was, oh my God, he's so excited to be around.
He's living his best life.
Yeah, and that was his wife in the photo as well.
Oh, that was his wife. Okay.
Yeah, his wife.
His wife.
So, again, I think he was just excited to be out there. He loves all those guys. So,
look at that.
Sucks that they're like, check out this idiot trying to make it about him. I don't think he was ever trying to do that. He was just having a great time, and
So he didn't make a fool of himself, as far as you know.
I was kind of, I guess, working the room because it would be like pulled over here.
That's the way it is at the tailgate.
Yeah.
It's a lot of people. A lot of people want to chat and tell you what they think and stuff. So it's very easy to get caught in different avenues.
Yeah, I didn't see anything that was like, oh my God, how embarrassing! I can't believe I brought this guy. But again, I wasn't around them, so I don't know how it was kind of like a joke that he's like just kind of like poking fun and being like, these people suck, but he doesn't really mean it. I don't know.
It is funny. So Mike Calta just texted us regarding something completely different. He just texted us the link to caltastore.com and said make your own. So I do know he's out there. So Mike, I would love it if you wanted to call. If you wanted to call in and tell us what's the guy's name? Mike. Yeah, give us the rundown of what made Mike so unbearable.
And let me know, Mike, if someone in my crew's upsetting you at an event, I'll throw them out like Uncle Phil. Just get out of here. But yeah, as far as I know, he loves those guys. So he was just excited. He probably heard them talking trash. He was like, oh, my God, they're talking about me.
That was his goal. Yeah. He's like, they're talking about me. I got it.
Yeah, he's probably just as excited. So, But I wonder how far that goes with the crew. Does that mean he hates my cousin JoJo?
I do believe that JoJo was it's tougher for me. Like I said, I planned on playing the audio, but I was going to pull it from YouTube. I do believe JoJo was mentioned by name as well.
Okay. Well,
so it's really just anybody you hang out with.
Yeah, apparently. But, I'll always have my friends back. They were always there for me. Obviously, JoJo's family, I'll always have his back. So it sucks if they really don't like those.
They're coming with you on the journey. You're taking them to the top with you, is what you're saying.
Exactly. They're gonna be on the Calta cruise.
Yeah.
So guess
they
what?
are.
Mike already got his ticket for the Calta cruise months ago. So
dude, Calta's like
he'll be there annoying him.
Dude, Calta's digging through the names on the list now, being like talking to the people from Axonon, being like, okay, we gotta make a couple cuts here.
I thought I was flagged last cruise. Wait till all my friends get there. I'm like, you were getting checked. You're getting checked.
Senning Show. You're live on the air. Who's this?
Hi, it's Mike Calta. I still don't have the hotline.
Oh, well, you don't have the hotline and everybody else does? How's that possible?
I'm kind of good with it, to be honest with you.
Yeah, at this point, the regular line is somehow more special than the hotline. How you doing, dude?
Yeah, I'm pretty good, other than having endured Dizzy's friends over the weekend. Jesus.
Please, give us a couple instances of people that hang around Dizzy that you just think, I wish this person would get away from me.
No, I got to be honest with you. I would have just let this one go and just let you guys talk about it, but I called in because in case that guy's listening, it wasn't really him. It was the picture of what Galvin was talking about is what I was referring to, but I didn't think of it from Dizzy's point of view where the guy was happy to be there. I thought he was like, put the attention on me kind of guy. I think the truth is I just hate Dizzy's cousin that he took on the cruise, and now I just associate everybody with Dizzy's cousin.
Yeah, I get that. Like somehow they're all related to him. Like he just has this whole family crew that he's rolling around with a little bit. Yeah.
Yeah.
The thing about your cousin, dude, is that he just seems so young. Like that's my takeaway. Yeah. I even said that to JoJo when she was in here last week. I said, this guy seems so young. He's like a jit.
Yeah, are we talking about the same cousin, the same one that JoJo made out with?
Yeah. The made out with. You're talking about.
Hey, look, I didn't want to go too far.
Oh no, that's the Big Gulp King over there.
I will say you talked about JoJo and his antics, and Mike, not Mike we're talking to, but the Mike at the tailgate. He texts me. He goes, everything John and them are saying about JoJo, nailing it. So, like, you guys are we're all on the same page. So, but my cousin.
Yeah.
But, that's family. I love that guy all day, all the time. But I get it.
And also, like, I'm sure that if I brought my family around, you'd be like, Calta's cousin's a jagoff.
Oh, yeah.
It's not you. It's every once in a while it just gets that way. But that guy yesterday caught some unnecessary shrapnel, so I apologize for that.
Oh, look at that.
Oh, man, I was really hoping that, dog. Like, this prick. I was really hoping we could.
He was fine, and we were just busting balls. Mostly that's to bust Dizzy's balls.
Right, rightfully so. And I told him that he got hit with the triple diz on whose tweet it was this morning. So I mean, he was prime for conversation.
Yeah,
it was.
Yeah. You're superstar now. You got triple diz.
And it was. I told him I think it's actually Gio that secretly hates him, who said Diz only shows up for the photo op. So.
Oh, yeah, dude. Gio did say that. Don't let that go.
Hey, but guess what? When he sees me in person, it's all hugs and kisses.
Oh, he's.
I want that same energy, Gio.
Yeah, he pokes and prods the ones that he loves the most. I saw the pictures. I meant to ask, now that I have you both here. So Big J did show up to the tailgate, huh?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, he went to the game, too.
Oh, damn.
And he seemed very approachable. Like, people are taking photos and stuff. Me, I'm a huge pussy when it comes to that. I want to go say hi. I'm like, I want to be that guy. I'm like, hey, Jay, I love you.
Why didn't you tell me? I would have took you over there.
I want to be that guy, too. It was like, Mike, can you come introduce? You know what I mean? Then you're going to be like, oh, my God, I hate Dizzy's cousin and Dizzy now.
Why else get in this business if you can't go ask Mike Calta to introduce you to his famous friends?
Yeah.
It was funny. The Bone put up a picture of like the line at as people were getting the brisket shop Wild Fork, and Big J's just one of the people in the line. Like he's just making himself a plate. That was awesome. He killed it on Friday night. He's so cool. You guys were great too.
There has been no better combination than Wild Fork and the brisket shop. I feel like we've taken two of the greatest things, and we've invented the Reese's Peanut Butter Cup all over again.
Pretty much, dude. And I mean, obviously, you start with the base of Wild Fork, and their products are great, and it's well documented. I heard you guys talking about the brisket shop this morning too. Danny is just making magic with meat over there. So to get them both together to feed people at the tailgates really is it's perfect, man.
If Danny came up to me and said, "Don't judge it, just try it," and I was like, "Danny, what is it?" And he's like, "It's a human knee, but just try it." I might, if Danny made it, I might try it.
Yeah, I would say. I would actually, I'll take it one step further. I deep down kind of want to know what human tastes like. Okay. And if I could have one person prepare it, it would be Danny. So I've always just...
Who would you eat?
I'd prefer it to be somebody I don't know. Yeah. I'd like it to be a rando. Yeah, I don't want to see a picture of him or anything. Just probably...
Would you rather eat a fat Italian or a skinny Puerto Rican?
If I'd eat you or Diz, dude, I'd definitely try like a loin of yours, Mike. Like something. Yeah.
Thinking, I'd be delicious. I'd be so delicious.
Dude, you are the equivalent of like a Wagyu human. Yeah. Like you've been massaged well and fed well, that if I got a loin right off the side of your butt cheek, dude, I imagine it would be almost like a pork belly. It would just melt in your mouth.
I'm living the Wagyu life. I really am.
You are, dude. You're very eatable, dude.
Yeah, well, listen, my grandmother and I got matching tattoos, and before she died, I asked her that when she does die, if I could have it removed and stored in formaldehyde and displayed, and she said no. So I would have done that for sure. So, but I will give you guys full permission to take a bite if something were to happen to me.
All right, and I would need to happen soon. I don't want to. No offense, I don't want to eat an old man. I want you now. I feel like you're probably right in that sweet spot of being edible. So if we go too much further, you're probably going to turn a little bit.
Just make sure I'm dead before Danny puts me on one of them giant cookie things. That's my biggest fear.
Dude, thank you for checking in, man. I appreciate it.
And Dizzy, I'm sorry we insulted your friend. It was really aimed at you.
I appreciate it, Mike. I'm here for all the smoke. You know it.
Kumbaya.
See you, boys.
All right, brother. Kumbaya.
Look at that. Trying to stir up something where there wasn't any at all. You love to see it. All right. I did tease the 5 most deadly TikTok trends that are sending people to the hospital and killing people. Yeah, guess one real quick.
The crate challenge.
The crate challenge is on the list. Favorite. And maybe even higher on the list than you would even think. We'll give you the whole list, and we got John's Joints coming up next. Tons to get to in the news. If you did not hear and or see Donald Trump in the booth during the NFL Fox broadcast, they let him call a play. They let him say a couple things. The audio is it's just a real gem. We'll do that and a bunch more. Coming up next in John's Joints, Drew Garabo will join us. Don't go anywhere. Keep it locked to the bone.
I saved a few $100. My first car was a pickup truck. I was cruising the town, and the first girl I see was...
You're listening to Senning Show on 102.5 The Bone. The Hard Rock Rising Battle of the Bands is back.
It's the Hard Rock Rising Battle of the Bands final competition. It all leads up to Wednesday, November 19th at 6:30 inside the Seminole Hard Rock Tampa's Hard Rock Cafe.
Yep, you can join me, I'm Drew Garabo, and he's John Senning, and 4 bands will battle it out on stage for a chance to win the grand prize of an opening slot on an upcoming show and their music being showcased on the radio.
And the event is completely free. All you need to do is head to theboneonline.com for more info, and we'll see you live November 19th at Hard Rock Tampa's Hard Rock Cafe.
From the Seminole Hard Rock Hotel and Casino and 102.5 The Bone. Real, raw radio.
Heard of the job? Dial pound 529 on your cell. Pound law, that's all.
Transform your backyard for less than $5 a day. Fence Outlet will install a sleek black aluminum fence that adds style, security, and curb appeal for just $125 a month. Visit fenceoutlet.com for details. License number C-10252.
Your brain holds all the pathways to memories, to dreams, the very essence of your human spirit. At Advent Health Brain and Spine Institute,
Our experts protect those pathways. With state-of-the-art technology and groundbreaking treatments, we care for the most complex neurological conditions. So you can keep moving, keep dreaming, keep being your whole self. Visit thebrainandspineexperts.com.
Black Friday starts now at Crown Hyundai during the Hyundai Getaway Sales Event. Get financing as low as 0%. Buy with zero down or make no payments for a year on over 600 new tariff-free Hyundais. Drive a new 2025 Hyundai Tucson SE for only $259 a month. All are backed by Owner Assurance, America's best warranty, including a 10-year, 100,000-mile powertrain limited warranty. Crown Hyundai, the better way to buy and service. Visit crownhyundai.com. Approved by 36 monthly, 10-day months, $59.99. The expiring post-dealer fee and electronic filing fee expires 11/30/25.
Hey, it's Galvin, and I have great news for you. Badger Bob's services are now in Tampa Bay. Have a problem with your AC? Well, Badger Bob's can fix any cooling or heating breakdown fast with a 1-year parts and labor guarantee. And if the problem returns, so will Badger Bob's. You get upfront and flat rate pricing on all repairs. And Badger Bob's has a 100% satisfaction guarantee that they stand behind. Get a free estimate for cooling system replacement with guaranteed next day installation, or they're going to pay you $250. Book a free estimate or service and see real-time availability online by visiting badgerbobs.com. With over 100 trucks and technicians on the road every day, they can get to you fast. Badger Bob Services has been serving the Sun Coast since 1982. Badger Bob's, funny name, but they're serious about service. It's who they are. Badger Bob Services now in Tampa Bay. Just go to badgerbobs.com. HVAC license CAC 1815977.
Your insurance agent should know more than just your name. After all, you're trusting them with what matters most: your family, your company, your wealth. That's why at Italiano Insurance, we're so proud of our local involvement. And with over 60 years of supporting local charities in Tampa Bay, we can truly say we know this community and its people. That's the Italiano Insurance way. Join us and become one of the familiar faces. Find us at ItalianoInsurance.com. That's ItalianoInsurance.com.
St. Pete, Reggae Rise Up is back. March 12th through 15th with a massive lineup. And tickets are on sale now at reggaeriseup.com. Slightly Stupid, Revolution, Sublime, Iration, Cypress Hill, and so many more, along with the water at Vinoy Park, March 12th through the 15th. Reggae Rise Up is back. Tickets on sale now at reggaeriseup.com.
Eligibility and results may vary. Does just hearing the word dentist make you nervous? You're not alone. But avoiding dental care can lead to serious health issues, from gum disease to heart complications. At Sage Dental, we believe great care starts with the latest in dental innovation. Our minimally invasive approach means more comfort, faster recovery, and better results every time. From routine cleanings to crowns, oral surgery, orthodontics, and restorations, Sage Dental is here for you. Sage also offers same-day and next-day appointments, so you'll never have to wait for the quality care you deserve. And we work with most insurance plans. No insurance? Not a problem. Our Sage Care Plus plan can save you up to 65% on general or specialty dental care. Sage Dental, leading with innovation, centered on care. Call now to schedule your appointment. Call 800-633-5533. 800-633-5533. That's 800-633-5533.
You're listening to Leaf Filter Radio, and the guru of gutter protection himself, Chris Cunahan, is here to take your most pressing leaf-related questions and bring you a special Black Friday offer.
Hey, everybody, Chris here. I understand we have Ron on the line. Ron, where are you calling from?
Uh-oh. Ron, are you calling from a ladder?
Well, I was. I wanted to ask Chris what I need to do to get my gutters ready to have leaf filter installed.
Oh, Ron, you don't have to do anything. A Leaf Filter Trusted Pro will come out and clean out your gutters, realign and seal your gutters, and install Leaf Filter, America's #1 gutter protection system.
So I didn't need to get on this ladder?
Ron, Leaf Filter Trusted Pros are in your neighborhood and ready to help. Just visit leaffilter.com/radio to schedule your free gutter inspection and get up to 30% off.
Thank goodness. What was that site?
That's leaffilter.com/radio. And now, as a special Black Friday offer, you can get a free gutter inspection, plus up to 35% off. This is our best offer of the season. Unlock it now at leaffilter.com/radio. See representative for warranty details.
Now that we're getting older, we've been putting more thought into maintaining our health.
We knew the water we drink every day could be filled with contaminants, so
We called Leaf Home Water Solutions.
they came to our home and did a free water test and gave us the analysis right away.
We were shocked at what we saw.
They found heavy metals like iron and copper.
Our own tap water was putting our health at risk, but Leaf Home Water Solutions made it easy to get safer water from every tap and hose. A whole home solution.
They have more than 250 product combinations and designed a system that fits our needs and budget. The installation took less than a day.
With Leaf Home Water Solutions, our water is safer and healthier. When we drink, when we cook, when we shower, even when we garden.
We feel better about our health.
Thanks to Leaf Home Water Solutions.
Schedule your free home water test today at leafhome.com/free and save 15% on all home water treatment systems. That's leafhome.com/free for your free home water test and 15% off. leafhome.com/free.
This hour of Senning Show is brought to you by Hawkins Service Co. One call handles it all.
1025 The Bone. Real Raw Radio. WHPT, Sarasota, Tampa, St. Pete. Live from the WeatherTight Windows studio. And now, back to Senning Show. It's time for John's Joint with your host, John Senning.
I got a laundry list of things to do, but I'm gonna blow them off for you tonight.
Welcome back to Sunday. Wait, what about what? Wow. Okay.
Rewind. And I want to study your dreamy thighs all
I don't even know why that even came out.
I do.
I think you were going to say, welcome to Senning Show, but you said Sunday?
Yeah,
What were you
maybe.
thinking? Same thing?
Well, no, I just told a story about something that happened on Sunday.
Oh, yeah, that's what it was. Yeah, totally.
My
That's
fault.
absolutely what it was. Yep, that wasn't me vertationing out at all. Welcome
Sorry.
back to Senning Show. We're about to fire up John's Joints, the biggest news of the day with myself, John Senning, Dizzy, and Drew Garabo joins us every afternoon at 3 o'clock as we ramp up towards Drew Garabo Live. Today, these joints being brought to you by MarijuanaDoctor.com. 40 locations throughout the state. And here's the deal. They told me this is it. This is it, big boy. This is it, big John. The $30 savings end at the end of this week. So go now, book your appointment. MarijuanaDoctor.com. Use the code BONE30. That will give you $30 off the initial certification. You do need to be a first-time patient. So if you've already had your card, it doesn't work. We're looking for people who haven't had their card. You go to MarijuanaDoctor.com. You want to take advantage of these dispensaries, the pre-rolled joints. You want to... Never mind. I was going to make a correlation between the guy doing a dab in his car, but you should be responsible. If you get the stuff to do a dab with, do it in the privacy of your own home, not in your vehicle. And you can get those goods as long as you get your card from MarijuanaDoctor.com. Use the code BONE30.
Dab responsibly.
Dab responsibility. It was funny. So I was teasing the TikTok trends that have hurt the most people, and you came in here and mentioned you hate it. It's currently my favorite. I don't know why.
Love it.
I don't know why I like it or hate it. I don't know where it came from. It's the Bees in the Trap.
I love it.
What's the other?
Four Non-Blondes. What's up?
It's the Nicki Minaj Four Non-Blondes clash up that somehow became a trend that everybody is doing. I was telling Drew that even the president, they used it in the White House TikTok account.
What?
And Nicki Minaj, of course, shared it and was like, "This is the greatest day of my life." And everyone was like, "You suck. What's wrong with you, demon woman?" But it's just two people standing back to back, and you're on one person during the Four Non-Blondes portion, and then it skirts around, and the other person on the other side does the Nicki Minaj rap, and it's seemingly at this exact moment probably the biggest trend on TikTok.
Saw Kevin Bacon and his wife, Kira Sedgwick, doing it.
Dude, did you know that Kevin Bacon showed his hog so much throughout his life?
No. In fact, had you asked me before I heard that on John's Joint or on Senning Show, I would have said there's not a single movie that shows Kevin's bacon.
Yeah, it turns out there's a bunch of them. I wonder if he's using a stunt hog or not. I mean,
would
with the
imagine
man,
so.
maybe not. Even the old one that I mentioned. Isn't that the movie that we liked so much?
Murder in the First?
Yeah, there was. I think it said there was hog in that.
Oh, yeah. When he was naked, I think they were like hosing him down or something.
They were hosing him down. Murder in the First, 1995. You remember a Kevin Bacon movie from 1991, Pirates? Pyrates?
Oh, yeah. Jenna Jameson and a bunch of other adult stars out of the Seven Seas.
Not to be confused with.
Oh.
Yeah, he showed it in that. He showed it in Hollow Man. He showed it in Wild Things.
Like in his contract, like Jason Statham's like, put me in a car. I got to wear a tux. He's like, let me show my hog.
Dude, you know
Kevin's Bacon.
You know Hollow Man, if I may just bare my soul for a second.
Please.
You know when you're young and like you don't really have access to porn, but there's like those
scenes in
there's
movies,
those scenes in movies.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Dude, the sex scene with Elizabeth Shue and Kevin Bacon in Hollow Man was a big go-to stroking scene for me when I was a kid. Came out in 2000, so
what's it about, Hollow Man?
Hollow Man, long story short, they create some technology that makes somebody completely invisible.
Yeah.
And Kevin Bacon becomes invisible, and then if I remember correctly, he becomes like evil.
Immediately becomes a creep.
Yeah,
Immediately a guy who's going to go watch people change and sexually assault them.
Yeah, and then he becomes, he's trying to create this, and then they use him as the ultimate test dummy, so he becomes invisible, and then that makes him bad.
I wonder if we go back and watch the movie, not a tent party, if there's a scene that explains, like, it might alter your brain when we do this. And he's like, go for it.
Well, he can't be, from what I remember, because I'm reading it, and I didn't really remember it at all, it can't be reversed. So he makes himself invisible, and then they can't get him to go back. So I think he's just like, screw it, I'm just going to use my hollowness and my, I'm just going to be bad now.
Never saw that, but did you know that if you were invisible, you would also be blind? He's gay. He's blind. It's because light needs to refract off of the back of like something in your eye. So you need to have that because we see everything upside down, I think. And then when the light,
but hypothetically, like if we got to the point where we could make you invisible, couldn't they just patch that up? Couldn't they just put in a little code on the invisibility and be like, hey, by the way, we need a refraction on the eyeball, the deal.
Look this up now.
Either. I still imagine we're pretty far away from being invisible.
Can we see if we are invisible?
But you can't be invisible. So how can they give you an answer?
Yeah.
That's a great
If it's
question.
something that you can't be, how would we know the outcome of I'd be like, if I could fly, if I had wings, would I be able to pleasure myself?
No, you could not see yourself if you were truly invisible because for sight to occur, light must interact with your
yourself?
retina. You see yourself.
Yeah, you wouldn't be able to see yourself in a mirror because you're invisible. You wouldn't be able to see yourself.
Or a vampire.
For sight to occur, light must interact with your retina. If you were invisible, light would have to pass through your eyes unimpeded, meaning no light would be absorbed by your photoreceptors and converted into signals for your brain to process said sight. This means true invisibility would make you blind.
I like how we're
arguing
going to
something
the finer,
that has never happened. And
now let's do big. The movie Big. If you become an adult, let's poke holes in that.
And you play with yourself. Are you a pedophile? Or the other way around?
Oh, that's good.
Yeah. Does it make the women all pedophiles because he was technically a child?
Oh, my God. Elizabeth Perkins is a child molester.
Yeah.
Wasn't that her in that movie?
I believe so.
They filmed that at Rye Playland. I only know that because like some kids broke into it.
I just saw that they damaged the place where Big was filmed. Because I've teased it repeatedly, I'm going to rapid fire through the numbers, the most dangerous and deadly TikTok trends are. The blackout challenge, which might be, we talked about this recently because I think we did this in our day.
Yeah.
Popular among 10 to 14-year-olds, the sinister challenge involves depriving oneself of oxygen in a bid to attain a euphoric state of mind. So far, a staggering 100 people have died as a result of partaking in the pursuit, according to one law firm. One of the most recent was a 12-year-old UK boy in July who tried to asphyxiate himself and passed away.
By himself?
Well, I mean, he was
just the one getting the
I
challenge
guess
done to him.
Well, I guess you could do it yourself. Like that's the way we used to do it, right?
You used to do it yourself?
Auto non-erotic asphyxiation.
Yeah.
You did it to yourself too?
No.
Well, not the auto, but the challenge.
No.
Yeah. You just said you did it to yourself.
No, I'm saying like it was around in our day long before social media. People were doing the thing.
Oh, okay.
This kid, I don't know if a friend was doing it or if he choked himself out. It was Big J had a talking about the autoerotic asphyxiation.
Tough
something
to say,
like
right?
that. About how like if he ever decided to kill, it was a very dark joke, but if he ever tried to kill himself or killed himself and he hung himself, he'd have to like leave a note to be like, I actually just wanted to kill myself. I wasn't beating off. But then he was like, but the problem is my pants, they barely fit around my ass. So I'd have to like staple my shirt to my pants. Otherwise, I'd leave a note on myself and then my pants would fall down and nobody would believe me.
That's funny.
The Tide Pod Challenge, which I feel like had a real moment in time between 2016 and 2020. 35,000 emergency room visits, people under the age of 18 during that time frame from eating Tide Pods.
Oh,
I think that had to be like the first little hint of TikTok challenge where people were like, I'll eat a Tide Pod to be famous. I'll do that. That's no problem. So dumb. It was so prevalent that New York lawmakers introduced a bill in 2018 to ban the production and sale of the design because they said it looked too much like a candy. I will say something about those Tide Pods. They do look
tasty.
Well, they just look like they're
like
such
a
bright.
grown-up gusher.
Yeah, there's like so much bright colors. You're like, you got to imagine this thing tastes pretty delicious. And Diz guessed it. The Milk Crate Challenge, first gaining traction in 2021.
My favorite.
Which at least it's a physical challenge. It's kind of fun.
Yeah.
8,107 emergency room visits between 2020 and 2021. Spinal injuries, broken bones, and even at least 3 people who were paralyzed. In the majority of the cases of falling off of crates, tripping over crate. Of course, you tripped over the crates and hitting the crates. Not good. The Fire Challenge, which is very simple. You just put rubbing alcohol on your body and set yourself on fire.
What?
Get it?
How's that going to end well?
But it's funny though.
Is it?
Do you see?
I'm not supposed to be on fire. Look, I'm on fire.
In 2023, an Arizona teen sustained burns over the majority of his body, in which youngsters try to ignite rubbing alcohol to create a makeshift Molotov cocktail all over their body.
Jesus Christ.
I'm not sure which is the dumbest here. And lastly, and I think it's the most dangerous, the Benadryl Challenge. According to the Omega, the practices resulted in the hospitalization of many young people, including 3 deaths in the year 2023, where you just eat a bunch of Benadryl. That's the challenge.
That doesn't sound like
saying that it would bring on hallucinations, and then getting your reaction filmed. It can cause seizures, heart problems, and as it did for a couple, even death.
Ironically, the ALS Ice Bucket Challenge gave a lot of people Lou Gehrig's disease.
Dude, there's a video out there. I don't know if you've ever seen this video of them doing the ice bucket challenge, and they had a big like front loader piece of machinery come, and they were going to dump the bucket on the guy, and the guy lowered the bucket. And I don't know if the dude lived or died, but the whole bucket from the big piece of equipment came down and just smashed the dude on the head.
Oh.
And then he got Lou Gehrig's disease.
And then right after that is what
you have to do one of these challenges. Which one are you doing?
Bees in the Trap.
Yeah, I'll go Bees in the Trap too. Oh, that's actually I would do. I don't want to eat a Tide Pod. I don't want to break. I would not be good on the. I'll do the Blackout. Just because I feel like I've done it. I've done it before. If I had to pick one that I don't think I've done before, I'd probably. I don't know. Benadryl kind of sounds fun too.
Blackout Crate, Benadryl. What else was there?
Tide Pod.
Tide Pod.
And fire.
Myself on fire. Oh,
obviously not the fire.
Terrible. Can I just take one Benadryl?
Nope. You need to take 15 Benadryl.
That's too much of a challenge.
Yeah, but honestly, like, what's worse, taking like some sort of acid or taking 10 Benadryls? Like
Benadryl's worse.
If you could ensure that you weren't going to die, you just ride it out. You just it's like robo tripping at that point.
Ooh, that's fun,
dude. It's been a while.
What's that? Just Robitussin, right?
Just Robitussin.
Yeah.
Just a little tussin will get you where you need to be. Well, how about you, Diz?
For sure, the crate one.
See, I feel like that would be the one.
He's a chaos.
Yeah, but I guess it's just if you do fall, you're gonna break your neck.
That's the only thing. Like I'm pretty good at balance. Probably not right now, but I feel like that would be the funnest to try. Or the Benadryl. But I don't want to eat a Tide Pod. I want to put myself on fire. Don't want to be choked out. So
you might like it. If you didn't know, tonight is going to be cold. They're saying a potential 133-year record could be broken in Tampa if it just dips 1 degree below 39 degrees in Tampa. That will be a 133-year record, and they're opening up all the cold shelters and warming stations all around Hernando County, Hillsborough, Citrus, Pinellas, Manatee. They've all going to have shelters open. It is actually cold, but like this cold couldn't kill you, could it?
No.
And I'm not saying like we're pussified because we open up our shelters when it gets this cold, but it's really just it's a comfort thing rather than these people are going to die out here on the streets. I do think it's going to be if it's anywhere as near as windy as it was this morning, when that cool really gets going, you're going to feel that. I mean, the wind chill will be probably deep into the 20s, especially a little bit north. So this is just cold. We're going to be okay. Just colder than what we experience this early.
And don't let that dissuade you from going to a very rare Monday night at the Castle. Old Wave Night is open tonight.
Oh, hell yeah.
Bertie and I are going. Let's go.
Oh, you are? You're doing a Monday night
Monday
Castle
night Castle.
Oh, damn.
Cold.
Yeah, put your put your your warm leather on and your warm bondage uniform on.
Oh, no, I didn't buy that 9 Inch Nails hoodie for nothing.
Leather pants tonight or not?
I haven't decided yet. Game time decision. A little chilly.
Man, I thought of. Did I know where you were? I knew where you were on Friday, so I wasn't necessarily particularly worried about you specifically.
Thank you.
But I know that your son goes to Ybor and goes down, so he was the first person that I thought of, and I texted you early Saturday morning. And prosecutors are asking a Hillsborough County judge to keep a driver jailed without bond ahead of his trial after he was charged with killing 4 people and injuring over a dozen more in Ybor City over the weekend. Silas Sampson, 22, was accused of fleeing police and speeding down the entertainment district's main drag, where he drove onto the sidewalk and plowed into a crowded bar patio. In a motion for pretrial detention that was filed Sunday, prosecutors laid out a timeline of what occurred in the roughly 7-minute period when law enforcement followed the suspect before the crash. You at least have a better idea of the geography of Ybor. So let me ask you this question, because remember when the shooting happened down in Ybor, there was all this talk about, do we need to open the roads up because that area was closed? Is this a different area, or was that area of the road closed at some point not that long ago?
It's been a couple of years, I believe, that since they've closed down 7th Avenue on the weekends, and this opens up the discussion that maybe they need to do it again. Because if they had those ballasts or whatever they were, then this guy wouldn't have been able to access 7th. I don't want to second guess the cops because they have a very difficult job. A, the dude totally screwed up the pit maneuver. B, they tried that pit maneuver way too close, in my opinion, to 7th Avenue. But what do? Let a guy just haul ass?
And I think that is for the average person who just, I think it's a nuanced conversation, but I think a lot of people and there's been a million different reasons to have it. People that are being chased blow through red lights and they hit a family in their van, and you go, well, what were they being chased for? Was it worth putting all of those people in danger? And I think it's a legitimate decision to make, where he was racing, and that is very, very dangerous, and it can lead to a death, just the racing portion of it at some point. But at what point do you go, well, we got his tag, we know who he is, he had been cited for high rate of speed in the past. I don't know if that's more reason to chase him or not, but I do have FLA put up the entire timeline, which is kind of interesting. So a 12:39 a.m., a Tampa Police Department helicopter spotted a silver 2019 Camry, referred to as the suspect vehicle, driving south on I-275 near Dr. Martin Luther King Boulevard. It was observed driving in a reckless and erratic manner. It exited the interstate onto Doyle Carlton Drive, then turned east onto Palm Avenue and began heading towards Nebraska. The helicopter alerted TPD and Florida Highway Patrol troopers to the situation, stating the Camry was street racing on the highway. It is also interesting to note that observation that they're doing. Like, I assume that they're watching you, but to know that they're just out there hovering around, keeping an eye on the roads, I mean, it's a good thing. I just don't think the average person thinks that the FHP is just floating around, like, keep an eye on the roadways.
It makes you think about all the times maybe you've excessively sped and that you think, oh, I got away with it, nobody saw me, and there was probably somebody in the control center going, oh, no, we saw you.
So the Camry passed 2 marked FHP vehicles and a marked TPD vehicle while we're driving in the opposite direction of Nebraska. All 3 vehicles turned around and began following the suspect, who was headed south. At least one FHP trooper turned on the lights and siren in an attempt to stop the Camry. 12:45, the Camry veered into the turn lane in the intersection of Nebraska and 7th Ave and then turned left, heading eastbound onto 7th Ave. The intersection is about 2 blocks west of Ybor City. At 12:45, these are now seconds at this point, so shortly after, FHP trooper, sirens activated, began to pursue the Camry eastbound on 7th. That kind of is the moment where I think if we're going to have a debate, you're on 7th. You're on 7th. 7th is the road, correct me if I'm wrong, that runs directly through Ybor, that is the main drag that everybody knows about in Ybor, right?
Correct.
Again, Monday morning quarterback, I don't know what the real answer is, but it's not so far-fetched to say if this guy hauls ass, we're driving into the center of the busiest road in the area on Friday night when it might be at its busiest.
Probably the busiest road in Tampa Bay on a Friday and Saturday night.
So the trooper at that point attempted the pit maneuver near the intersection of 7th and Henderson, but was unsuccessful. The chase continued in the direction of Nuccio Parkway. And then this is all within seconds. The trooper ended the pursuit at the intersection of 7th and the Parkway where the Ybor Gateway is located due to heavy pedestrian traffic further ahead on 7th. So at some point he thought, okay, we can't chase him anymore. They lost sight of the Camry as it headed down 7th Ave into the heart of Ybor. 1246 at the intersection of 15th Street, a light-colored Jeep turned left in front of the Camry. The Camry entered the opposing westbound lane of traffic, struck a Mazda, and then drove onto the sidewalk in front of the Copper Shaker. Jeez. Security camera video from the bar provided to FLA captured the car colliding with multiple people on the sidewalk, and ultimately that's how we ended up where we are with a bunch of people really hurt, injured, 13 now. I believe one of those is still in critical condition, and four have lost their life.
Tragic.
It's just, and that's the thing. It's one of those stories too where, when I first saw it, I said this earlier, you're thinking car plows through people on busy road. We've been associating that with kind of terrorist attack or homegrown terrorism, whatever we want to call it. And when it's somebody who's just a dumbass doing dumb things, you have the discussion about the pedestrians. You have the discussion about, when do you chase, when do you not chase? But at the end of the day, just a irresponsible dumbass who made a bad decision and it cost a bunch of people their lives.
Yeah, no matter what the police could and should have done differently, this Silas dude is solely responsible for those deaths.
Yes,
and he is a scumbag.
And that's what it really comes down to.
And so are the rest of you street racers, by the way. Like, this could be any of you scumbags.
I would be curious to know if street racing is as embedded into like Tampa culture as it seems. I don't know what it's like if you go to a Nashville. I'm trying to think of places that are just not here, somewhere in Arizona.
Atlanta. It
just feels like with the bridges here, you get with the Gandy and with certain stretches of the interstate, just feels, and you see these street takeovers. Like, is this happening everywhere, or is there just more of a racing scene in Tampa? And what do you do to shut it down? Because I mean, they put that new law into place where if you're going over 100 miles an hour, it could pretty much ruin your life. But I don't know that it stopped it.
Interesting that you say that, because when I looked up this dude and his arrest record, he was stopped a couple of months ago and they clocked him and cited him at 99 miles per hour.
Yep,
I'm just this is merely conjecture on my part. I bet a cop cut him a break. I bet he was going over 100 miles per hour and a cop cut him a break so they didn't have to write him up for the super speeder.
A dude called us earlier and said that was exactly what he thought too. So it is interesting that this guy is in the business of going that fast. And you have to wonder, it is a life-changing thing. If you get that super speeder, like you are screwed. So we've all been, I think, maybe not all of us, on the end of a break from a cop here and there where maybe you should have gotten this or you could have been ticketed for that. And we go,
all the time,
you go, some of us, like I said. But either way, it happens and you go, oh, thank goodness. And it probably was just. But then it happens to a guy like this, and you go, well, if he didn't have a license or this happened, things would be different. So
yeah, coulda, shoulda, woulda.
It's tough to know. And this guy
we all love cops.
Well, this guy was black.
Okay.
So I'm just saying, if he did get a break, it would go against the theme in which
kind of looks Spanish to me.
Yeah.
Well,
I've heard the same people. I've heard people say that about you too. Puerto Rican, some variation of it. All right, I got a lot of juicy stuff, so I don't want to give anything too short of shrift. So let's take a small little break, step aside for a moment. When we come back, I've got to play the audio of Donald Trump in the booth. He was in attendance for the Lions-Commanders game. I'll give you the one spoiler. Normally, I think they can kind of play with the audio, and you go, maybe he was being booed. Maybe those were cheers. He was being booed mercilessly. They even have footage of the crowd. They all look to be flipping birds and giving the boos verbally or physically with their hands. But the real sweet spot was when they let him in the booth. We'll play that. And also, did you see I had it last week and I didn't play the audio. Did you see what Kanye was up to last week?
What'd he do?
Oh, dude, wait till you hear the Kanye audio. Kanye may be trying to reboot. He may be out there trying to get back into the good graces of Jewish people. All that and a bunch more coming up next in the back half of John's Joints. Keep it locked to the bone.
Control.
to Senning Show on 102.5 The Bone. Stream Real Raw Radio live. Anytime on the free 102.5 The Bone app. Now, a Bone traffic update from the Farah and Farah Personal Injury Attorneys Traffic Center.
In Pinellas, watch out for an accident along US 19 at Nursery Road. There's also one in St. Pete along 52nd Avenue North and 58th Street. The major roadways and interstates are still in good shape on both sides of the bay, as are the big bridges, but a high wind advisory is in effect along the Sunshine Skyway. This is Jim with traffic.
All-American Gunslingers on US 19 is Newport Richie's #1 gun range. Take advantage of the tax-free holiday, no tax on firearms and firearm-related products. Some exceptions may apply. Need a holiday gift card? They've got them. All-American Gunslingers, stop by or go to aagunslingers.com.
Pulse Nation, single game tickets for Lightning Hockey are on sale now. You can be the Thunder at Benchmark International Arena this season as the Bolts battle teams from across the NHL. Secure your tickets now at TampaBayLightning.com.
At Mayo Clinic in Florida, we are solving the unsolvable. Our transplant experts are using new technologies like machine perfusion to increase the number of usable organs, reduce waiting times, and allow more patients to receive life-saving liver, heart, kidney, and lung transplants. We're making more possible at Mayo Clinic because every day we're doing what's never been done. Learn more at mayoclinic.org/possible. Mayo Clinic, you know where to go.
Add value and security to your property today by contacting Fence Outlet. Now offering customers 0% financing for 12 months on any Fence product. Go to fenceoutlet.com today for more details. Terms of financing apply. License number C-10252 and C-10803.
Plantar fasciitis feels like pointed, sharp pain, very intense. Can make your eyes water. It makes you walk funny because you're trying to get pressure off your heel. I had instability. I was so frustrated. I didn't know what to do. And I was driving past the Good Feet store. I mean, why not? Give it a try.
For over 20 years, we've been helping people like Teresa actually live the life they love.
They wanted to make sure they fitted me with the right thing. And so they brought out several different arch supports and gave me the opportunity to try them in shoes and walk around with them until they found the perfect ones for my feet. I had no idea that they would be that patient, and I had no idea they would be that kind. And you just knew, like, your feet just, when they got on the right ones, they were like, oh yeah. And it really did make a big difference. It made my foot not hurt. I'm Teresa, and that's my Good Feet story.
See what we can do for you with a free personalized arch support fitting at the Good Feet store.
Stop by any of our 5 locations throughout Tampa, St. Petersburg, and Sarasota today, or visit us at goodfeet.com.
Are you ready to go from looking for a job to landing a career? Hillsborough Community College has the tools to reach your goals. Our fast-track workforce training leads to exciting careers with competitive salaries. You'll find accessible, affordable programs with convenient schedules that fit your needs. Our dynamic learning environment features expert faculty and leadership opportunities. It's time to change your life. At HCC, we'll get you there. Register now at hccfl.edu.
Your brain holds all the pathways to memories, to dreams, the very essence of your human spirit. At Advent Health Brain and Spine Institute, our experts protect those pathways. With state-of-the-art technology and groundbreaking treatments, we care for the most complex neurological conditions. So you can keep moving, keep dreaming, keep being your whole self. Visit thebrainandspineexperts.com.
WeatherTight Mike is well aware that consumer confidence is low and people are struggling right now. So it's natural that homeowners are putting off big home improvement projects. WeatherTight Windows offers no money down and no interest for 12 months. So if you need replacement windows, don't hesitate to call my friends at WeatherTight Windows. They will work with you to make sure you can afford to protect your home with high-impact, energy-efficient windows made in the USA.
WeatherTightWindows.com. WeatherTight Windows.
Here's a tale of Becky. Didn't know what to do with new meds prescribed and no real cost clue.
She squinted at prices, that can't be right. Then tapped GoodRx and saw the light.
She can get a deal. Book telehealth if she feels.
Learn about those meds without any stress. That one little app does all the rest. Even my horse downloaded it. Dang, save time and money on prescriptions.
Check GoodRx. GoodRx is not insurance.
1 in 4 Americans have a disability. I'm one of them.
I'm also a working mom who cares deeply about making sure every child with a disability thrives by getting their access needs met. We've got a trusted ally by our side. Easter Seals provides children and families the foundation for lifelong success through early learning programs, skills training, and prep for college and career. That's my Easter Seals. Make it yours. Join us at easterseals.com.
A customized Corona Bucks Yeti cooler could be yours. Stop by any participating Tampa Bay area Hooters location and scan the QR code for your chance to win. Visit coronafootball.com for details. Corona, an official partner of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Flags up, limes in.
Involved in a car accident? We understand the pressure you're under. Call Farah and Farah, Tampa.
Now, a weather update from the Sun Toyota Weather Center.
Sun, Toyota.com. I'm Fox 13 Chief Meteorologist Paul Delgado. Clear and cold tonight. Record-breaking cold in many spots, down to 39 degrees in town, even colder inland. Lots of sunshine coming up on Tuesday, still bright and chilly with a high temperature of only 60 degrees.
Now, back to Real Raw Radio, sponsored by Anajar and Levine, accident attorneys. Call 1-800-747-FREE.
That's 1-800-747-3733.
And now, back to Senning Show with your host, John Senning.
Senning Show. I'm John Senning. He's Dizzy. And Drew Garabo hangs out with us every afternoon in the 3 o'clock hour so we can fire up John's joints, the news of the day, and a bunch more. Dude, I played some Chris Jericho because the big wrestling speculation is that he's headed back to the WWE. Woo! After all these years away, they're going to maybe he'll be John Cena's final opponent. Have one last run, put him in the Hall of Fame. I know Y2J likes to listen out there, so what's up, dog?
What's going to happen with Fozzy?
I don't know. I imagine they'll be touring forever.
Good.
John's Joints brought to you by Bubble Down Car Wash. You like to keep your car clean every single day? Well, the way to do that is Bubble Down. The unlimited membership plan makes it so if there's a rainstorm that comes through, maybe it gets all windy and debris is flying on your car, maybe sand from the beach, you can go right back through. They have an amazing facility with those long wash tunnels that ensure a cleaner car, spacious vacuums to get every nook and cranny, and a staff that is going to make sure your experience is perfect every single time. They've got locations in Tampa, Brandon, Riverview, Wesley Chapel, Palm Harbor, and Spring Hill, with a bunch more coming sooner than later. Make your way in today. You will have the cleanest car in town every time you Bubble Down. So we'll touch on it again, just for those that weren't fully clued in. But it was a weird, like, it wasn't as bad as other losses that we've had this year, which isn't many, thank goodness. Baker didn't have a terrible game. It was just a reality check that every moment we have an opportunity to come back and Baker has the ball, that doesn't mean everything's going to be okay. And I think that's maybe was the different element of this game, is he played an overall pretty good game, but when we had that opportunity at the end, he just wasn't able to do it. He wasn't able to run in moments when he could have. Obviously, there was an overthrown ball or two. He mentioned even that low ball to Otten where he had stopped in his track because it was to the ground. He might have been able to get a first down. So it's just kind of a weird thing where it wasn't really on Baker. He could have maybe done more in certain spots, but it was more of a whole team loss, I guess you could say.
Yeah, the Patriots just looked like a better football team, and they were yesterday. Baker made a couple of really questionable decisions in the pocket when he was scrambling. He could have just dumped the ball instead of taking a sack. But, I mean, it's hard for me to tell a dude what to do when you've got 320-pound beasts bearing down on you.
Yeah, and I think that maybe that's shouldn't make anybody feel good, but I think if you wanted the biggest takeaway from above, if you're not a Bucs fan who just has their feelings hurt because they're bummed out, is that the Patriots are really, really good. And then I think it's easy to forget that the ownership of that team built one of the greatest dynasties in the history of sport. So, and I'm not saying that should make you feel good, but like they weren't going to lose forever. And now with Vrabel back and a quarterback who seemingly is the sweetest, nicest guy ever, and also plays really, really well, they're back in the conversation, and they're a really, really good team that is probably going to make a deep run in the playoffs, if not more.
If we had Mike Evans and Chris Godwin, we would have been competitive in that game. But if your defense can't stop the run like we couldn't stop Travion Henderson yesterday, you're not going to win a lot of games.
It's
what a beast.
Yeah, it was just it doesn't feel good, but there's hope. The Bills obviously did not look great. They also don't often lose a lot of games at home, so going up to Buffalo to have to do that, and then to LA, like I think on paper when you're doing really good and you look at the schedule, you go, oh yeah, we could do that, and now things are a little rockier, and you go, up to Buffalo and then out to LA. You just go, that's a hell of a run. That's a hell of a schedule. I think we can just hope that people get healthy and we get it back together.
But those are two also teams that have great coaches. Like the Patriots we just placed.
Oh, yeah.
Rams,
McVay.
And like I said, I love the Bucs. Todd Bowles gets out-coached way too much.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and I think early on in the season, we were seeing improvement in those plays. Like moments, time management was a big thing that people put on him in the past, where we learned that they brought somebody into the franchise to help him with that, and I think it paid off a lot. But now when you start playing these high echelon coaches, you realize he's fighting. He's fighting for his life out there, just like everybody.
Speaking of fighting, did you catch the final horn of the Bolts game on Saturday night?
No.
Dude, it was a chippy game all game long, and then we won. And as soon as the final buzzer, Chernak and this dude from the other team just dropped him, and Chernak beat the bloody hell out of this dude.
At the end of the game.
Like the game was over. Usually you don't see a fight when the game but I mean, this thing went crazy.
I love seeing a fight when nothing's on the line. It's like, I just got to beat this guy's ass.
Yeah.
Like, no matter what happens, I just want to beat this guy down.
Right. Like, this isn't in play. This is like after play.
Losing a game and then losing a fight immediately after.
Got to be the worst.
Getting your ass kicked. So we'll hope for the best. I will say, though, I think on the away games for sure, I got to make Slizzy's my new Sunday spot.
You liked it?
It was so much fun.
You burn heaters?
I did not burn heaters. I did not. Everybody else did, which was great.
Just not John.
It was so fun because the potluck element of it, which I was kind of like not sure about. It was so fun. Like, and people that only came because we were there brought. Man, I can't remember the guy's name for the life of me, and I feel so bad. This dude brought legit ribs, like racks of ribs that he had on the smoker all night long, and the peanuts. It was great to see the people who listen to the station and know about the peanut thing like the peanuts. There was this one table. It was like a 10 top, and they were. This isn't important, but I'm going to say it anyways. They were like a interracial family. Like seemed like old Southern people and then like younger black family members. I don't know what was going on with the family, but this lady walked up to me, and young girl, and she goes, "Hey, did you make the peanuts?" And I said, yeah, I did. She goes, would you come and talk to our table? I don't know about the station at all. And I'm like, yeah, is everything okay? She goes, yeah, my grandma wants to know how you make your peanuts. And this lady looked like she was like 85 years old. She's like, I've been eating boiled peanuts my whole life. You got to tell me what's going on in here. Are you a chef somewhere? I was like, no, I'm not. I just got a love for boiled peanuts, ma'am. And it was just really.
I'd like to make some for my servants.
Yeah, it was really. I think I know what actually was going on.
Oh, what was going on?
It was a white family and a black family, and the black family and the white family had come together and had a lot of children over multiple generations.
Oh, that's great.
The white family is like, the South will rise again. Also, this is Demarius. And his family. He's our son-in-law.
Yeah, and also,
white power. Introduce yourself, Jermichael.
Yeah, it was but it was great. It was a hell of a time, and it's also so close to our house that and the people there were so happy because they do this potluck every Sunday, and it sounds like not many people bring food. So because of a little bit of hoopla, like there was probably double, quadruple the amount of food, and everybody was very happy.
There's a level of trust that has to take place for a bar to do potluck because you get one wacky dude who likes to infuse his food with psychedelics.
Well, and I'll tell you, we've been up there on Sundays before, and I just was like, not doing that.
Yeah.
And then something about it, maybe it was because a lot of the people were kind of talking about what they brought, and our old neighbor Mike and his wife came out, and he brought like this like goulash type dish that was delicious.
Yeah.
So I kind of got a feel for the people. I did eat stranger hot dogs, though. I don't know who brought the hot dogs. I had
Shaboing boings,
I had some of those, and
were you sipping?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, that's what it was.
Yeah.
You're sipping, you're smoking some cigarettes.
Yeah,
You're
no,
like,
I was not smoking.
well,
I have here's the deal. I don't want stolen smoker valor. When I smoke, I will let you know. I'm not going to hide it. I want it to be highlighted when I do.
I want it to be highlighted.
Well, I'm just
when I lie about it. You're a real smoker if you lie about
I'm not
smoking.
lying. I'm not lying about it. I said it the other day. I'll tell you this. This is my promise. I will never smoke on a day when I have to work the next day. And that's not a direct connection between the smoking and next day. That's because I need to have been drinking a certain amount to want to smoke. And I'm never going to drink that much when I have to be productive the next day.
Well, so when you say working, does that mean like even going to an event and having to be there? And
No.
No, probably not. That means the show. If I had like an event, if I had
to catch him.
Yeah, if I had to like be at a Wild Fork on a Saturday, I'd burn a heater on a Friday night.
Okay.
So
this is work, right?
Thank you for pinpointing the specifics of my story, but it was fun. We played like a bunch of darts. Chase and Javon were the team, so it's like Danielle's parents came out, so it was like the in-laws and Chase and Javon and Jared was out there.
Oh, what a party!
And so we were all playing darts all afternoon, and it was a lot of fun.
Potluck in a bar is so elite. I'll never forget. 20 years ago, Xander's mom and I went on a vacation to Charleston, South Carolina on Christmas, and it was Christmas night. Yeah, we found an open bar, and they had a potluck going on in the bar with like crock pots and everything. It was one of the greatest nights of my life.
That is. There's a wide array of crock pots, and you bring your stuff. They had little sternos, like they were.
Here's the thing, potlucks. Like if we had one here, I would. Don't know if I want to eat this. I don't know how people's cooking habits are, how clean they are when it comes to cooking and all this.
Serve Safe certified?
Yeah, and now I got to go to a complete bar with a bunch of strangers and now trust their cooking habits and their food.
You're not wrong, but sometimes you just got to let that go.
Yeah, like Thanksgiving lunch here, like everybody gets together. The manager, like Felicia takes it so seriously. She had JoJo and I test her spice cake. Yeah. She made a spice cake. She made us try it and offer our feedback.
Does this taste like sneeze? No. Okay, good.
What's a spice cake? Like a cinnamony spicy?
It was like a cinnamony spicy cake, and I was perfectly honest with her. I said, "This is very good. It's a 9 out of 10." But if you're looking for perfection, dial up the cinnamon and nutmeg just a tad.
Oh, wow. Look at you giving constructive criticism.
She won't speak to me.
Chef Drew.
Rightfully so.
Yeah.
All right. I've been promising this audio, so I will play it for you. Donald Trump was in the house for the Commanders-Lions game yesterday. It was a big ode to the veterans. People are going to boo Donald Trump no matter what.
The president.
The president. Does it make it any more wrong? And I wouldn't say there's anything wrong with it in a normal game. Is there anything with the direct tie-in to the veterans angle that makes it a little less okay that he was in the act of like swearing in these people and doing this whole Veterans Day debacle while people were actively booing him?
Bad look, but I think no matter who the president is, if there's a shutdown, that dude's going to get booed passionately.
I think so. And for some reason, I still, even though we just had those elections and everybody sees it, and I don't think that the left is completely innocent in the public. I'm not sharing my own opinion. I'm saying in the public eye. I just think right now people are going, our government is broken. I think you could probably get some Democrats up there that would have been booed. Like, I don't know if there was a foolproof current politician that they could have put up on the screen that people wouldn't go, do your job, you suck, boo. Because it was a lot of open middle fingers, the double boos. But here's, I have the whole thing that he did. I'm going to skip through it a little bit, but here's Donald Trump in the booth. Kind of surprised that they chose to have this be such a long piece.
Yeah.
Mr. President, thanks so much for joining us. Kenny Albert, Jonathan Vilma, Veterans Day weekend.
Got him with the 6-7
the NFL salute to service. How meaningful is it for you to be here today? You just took part in the halftime ceremony honoring the military.
Well, we just swore in a tremendous group of young people, and that was an honor, and they are just fantastic, and they love, our recruitment's been record-setting.
And he kind of goes on, he goes on the whole this and that thing, and then they get into a little bit.
They do. I think they have a good team, and I think Detroit's been amazing. That trade was such a great trade for both teams.
Yeah,
for LA and Detroit.
Yeah, I agree. People always look at it and try to say, we're going immediately. Samuel, and he is knocked out of bounds at the 3-yard line. Now, you were the first sitting president to attend the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
9 months ago today, as a matter of fact.
Yeah.
You're the first sitting president to attend a regular season game. Ready for this?
Oh, wow.
President Carter, October 2nd, 1978.
It's a long time.
I know you're a Yankees fan. That same day, Bucky Dent hit a pretty big home run.
That was a big one.
So that
Bucky.
was the last time a sitting president attended a regular season game. I know you love sports. You attend baseball games.
I do.
NASCAR races. What is it about sports that you enjoy the most?
I just love it. It's a microcosm of life. It's sort of like life, you know, the good, the bad, and the ugly, right?
You're right about that.
Well, let's see what happens here. This is a big
breakdown. All right, they're calling a timeout here, President Trump. They're trying to.
I don't know why it just feels so
forced and
weird. Yeah,
you can never quit.
It's crazy how even things that I think he mildly knows about, he doesn't come off as super knowledgeable. Like when they get him in there, it's almost like he's pretending to talk about football. Like he knows something, but.
Mariota throws to the end zone. Touchdown.
Just like you dialed it up.
Samuel.
See, that was very important.
That was very important, he says. So yeah, Donald Trump got some booze and also got in the booth for a little bit.
Yeah, people are mad at Vilma because he hit him with a couple of 6-7s while he was in there.
Well, did you see the thing? And I wish I had more than or less than the full 8 minutes where he was talking to them. I think it was somebody from Barstool maybe, who posted and said he clearly thought he was talking to like a local broadcast because he kept referring to the Commanders as their team.
Yeah,
he was like, your team, your team. I told you about this as well. So Kanye West, I guess, is like coming out of the maybe a multi-year bipolar episode, and he had this sit down with a couple Jewish gentlemen, a rabbi, if you will, to make an apology about the things that he's done. And here's a little bit of it.
We're blessed to be able to sit here with you today and just take accountability. He
has to be translated.
Some various issues dealing with bipolar also. So it would take the ideas I had and have me take them to an extreme where I would forget about the protection of the people around me and myself.
That's Kanye.
That doesn't even sound like
I know,
him.
dude. I'm telling you, there's this running thing, and I've seen people posting it that he's like he goes through these phases where you almost, and people go back and show the old clips of Kanye and go, this doesn't even seem like the same person. This feels more like that person. What is he saying?
So I wanted to come and take accountability. Sometimes people aren't that knowledgeable about the bipolar and the cause.
Everybody knows being bipolar makes you anti-Semitic.
And the way you act when you have.
But then I guess he popped up in Japan and did Through the Wire, which I guess he has not performed live in quite some time.
What
so
a treat.
I don't know. I don't know if I don't know if he'll ever. He probably could get a third, fourth, fifth chance. Like I think there's something about Kanye where he's very talented, obviously, and I think he has so much goodwill through the music he's put out that people will forgive him.
He should put out a Hanukkah album.
That might be the next best thing that he could do. So
this little dreidel.
I think he's got. Diz, do you know? Is there an album that's like supposed to be dropping any day that keeps getting delayed? I think I saw.
He always says he's going to drop an album. Isn't it like Dawn to 3 or something?
Yeah.
Or 2.
So who knows if any of that comes to fruition? But Kanye turning over a new leaf. It seems
good for him. Do you hear Romo's comments on the Patriots yesterday?
No,
that they were DTF. Yeah, I got it's playing in my intro coming up, and he said the Patriots are DTF, discipline something football, and Jim Nantz was.
He
just
knew that himself. Did you think he knew what he was doing?
It kind of sounded like that, but I think if he knew really what DTF meant, I don't think he would have made that comparison. He's something's going on with Romo. Like it took a long time for the CTE to hit it, but it's hitting.
Man,
it's a late bloomer with the CTE.
Because last week with the noises that he was making during the game. Oh, man. Yeah.
All right, don't go anywhere. Drew Garabo Live coming your way right now. The best in afternoon entertainment. So keep it locked to the bone. Thank you, Dizzy. Thank you, Drew. Thank you to everybody who watched along and listened all damn day. We'll be back live tomorrow at 1 p.m. with a new episode of Senning Show. But before we do that, we love telling you about our dear friend, Jeff Borum.
When they're talking about 50-year mortgages, what they are right now, you should ask Jeff Borum what he thinks because he is knowledgeable and he's the dude who's going to find your next home and sell your existing one.
You know, some people, I think they just kind of create this vision in their head. Oh, you're buying a new house. Oh, what a happy, lovely time in your life. Well, sometimes it's stressful events that lead you to the real estate market, whether it's a divorce where you've got to sell a home and buy 2 others, or maybe you got a new job with a strict timeline where you've got to not only sell your home, but get moved into a new home under a deadline. Those are the situations that really, really allow Jeff and his team to shine because they want to take away all that stress. No matter what in life has got you looking to buy or sell, there's one call to make, and it's a Team Borum.
Team Borum's powered by eXp Realty, and with Jeff, you've got options. Buy your home, sell your home, or rent your home. Get with Jeff Borum, and you could sell that home today. BORHAM. Google it right now for Team Borum.
She said, I gotta go, but my friend can stick around. Take the load off Fanning.
You're listening to Senning Show on 102.5 The Bone. We are Real Raw Radio. 102.5 The Bone. The NFL lives on 102.5 The Bone. We have games every week, so wherever you are, you can follow your fantasy players or check in on your bets or just enjoy some football. Right here on 102.5 The Bone. Sponsored by Badger Bob Services, now servicing Tampa Bay. Now, a Bone traffic update from the Farah and Farah Personal Injury Attorneys Traffic Center.
In Pinellas, activity from a crash appears to be affecting both directions of Tampa Road and Racetrack Road. Meanwhile, an earlier accident is still clearing eastbound along Nursery Road at US 19. In Hillsborough, an accident is blocking the shoulder southbound on I-75 at Dr. King, and a disabled vehicle northbound along I-75 at Bruce B. Downs has been blocking the left lane. This is Jim with traffic.
Ready to step into a healthy and active lifestyle? Come to the Good Feet store and experience the difference. Discover how a simple step can lead to a life of pain-free possibilities.
Furman Chevrolet in Brandon is Tampa Bay's #1 Chevy dealer. What makes us #1 at Furman Chevy Brandon? We say yes. Yes to having Tampa Bay's largest new Chevy inventory. Yes to paying top dollar for your trade. And now during Chevy's Red Tag sales event, we say yes to 0% APR financing on 2026 Chevy Silverado 1500, Equinox, Equinox EV, and Trailblazer for well-qualified buyers. Come see why we are #1. Visit us on Adamo Drive in Brandon or online at FurmanChevy.com. Furman Chevy Brandon. Together, let's drive.
Did you know that you can get a beautiful white vinyl fence for less than $5 a day? For just $125 a month, Fence Outlet will professionally install it and add instant curb appeal to your home. Visit FenceOutlet.com for details. License number C10252.
A lot of people, when they come in, they'll say, this is my last hope. The next step is getting them in the right arch supports. Our goal is to have that long-term change for them, to see someone that is in pain. I change things for them. See how we can help you with a free fitting at the Good Feet store.
At Brandon Honda, we have lenders for every credit situation. Good credit, bad credit, no problem. Hi, I'm Sam Robbie. Right now at Brandon Honda, get 0 down deals on any new vehicle in stock. Plus, make no payments for 90 days. And we'll pay off your trade no matter how much you owe. We have over 600 vehicles to choose from and over 50 lenders, all competing to get you the best deal possible. Get your guaranteed credit approval at BrandonHonda.com.
Call 813-280-0850 for more information.
Hey, it's Kelvin. Badger Bob's is now servicing Tampa Bay. And right now, you can get any size heating and cooling system installed for just $99.99 a month. That's a huge price drop. And you may ask, Kelvin, how do they do that? Well, it's because Badger Bob sources the best pricing from multiple system manufacturers. And check this out. 0 down in all future repairs, 2 annual maintenance visits, and even filters are no additional charge ever. This is an unbeatable lifetime warranty that only Badger Bob's can offer. And that comes with guaranteed next day installation, or they're going to pay you $250. Yeah, welcome to the Comfort Club. And select new heating and cooling systems come with a free clean air upgrade. And they have a 100% satisfaction guarantee that they stand behind. Badger Bob's service is now in Tampa Bay. Just go to BadgerBobs.com. HVAC license CAC 1815977.
Is your financial advisor offering you up to a 30% upfront bonus?
Or are they promising you up to 10% growth per year, all for your retirement income? If not, then you need to come to Trajan Wealth. I'm Jeff Jr., founder of Trajan Wealth. If you have a plan to retire within the next 10 years, don't wait only to find out it's too late. I've seen hardworking folks like you retire only to be required to go back to work, all because their advisor told them guarantees like these were too good to be true. They're not. That's up to $30,000 upfront or up to $10,000 per year on $100,000, all guaranteed for retirement income. Don't keep working when you're supposed to be retired, and don't let any financial advisor tell you it's too good to be true. Call Trajan today, 813-212-0500. That's 813-212-0500.
Annuities, not advisory products. DBA Trajan Wealth Insurance Solutions. Additional disclosures at TrajanWealth.com.
Sail into huge savings during Norwegian Cruise Line's Black Friday sale. Starting now. Get 50% off all cruises. Plus, enjoy our free at sea package with unlimited premium beverages, world-class specialty dining, and much more, all included with your cruise. Visit ncl.com, call your travel advisor, or 1-888-NCL-CRUISE. Offer ends soon. Norwegian Cruise Line. Ships registry the Bahamas and USA. Restrictions apply.
November is Lung and Pancreatic Cancer Awareness Month, two of the deadliest cancers out there, and most people never feel a symptom until it's too late. And by then, the odds aren't good. I'm Mike Calta, and I want to tell you about my friends at Lifeguard Imaging. I've spoken to countless listeners whose lives were changed